What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, I'm feeling festive AF. Okay, that's how the hipsters, the young kids say it these days.
Yeah.
I'm feeling, festive AF because this is our final show before Christmas, and I'm just super excited about it, baby. It's gonna be a great day. It was a great day yesterday. Got big plans today. It's gonna be awesome. And then we take it into the weekend where we get a chance to, enjoy Christmas. So yeah, man. How about you though?
No complaints here. Looking forward to Christmas. Looking forward to get some good guests.
And you got some heat on you too. Ooh.
Kind of, I guess.
You got some heat on you,
what are we
big
talking
fella.
About? The hat,
the
jersey, the
where
Crocs.
do we start? I mean, I they can't see you on camera, but I see the new Titans pack Crocs. Shout out to
I
them
did my
for
Crocs
that,
shoe review yesterday. You can check that out if you want.
They pretty dope. I like the black look. That's my color right there. That is sleek. But then I also see the Julius Page. That's what everybody says. Julius Page.
Yeah, I don't think I've rocked this on the podcast yet.
I have not seen.
So I thought it'd be good timing.
That looks fire, bro. I like that.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
And you can never go wrong with a nice Pirates hat too, man.
Yeah,
clean,
this
bro.
is a staple for me.
You clean, man.
This has definitely become a staple for me. Now with the Crocs, you know what I need?
What you need?
Is those pins that you could put in them. I need those Steeler logo pins, maybe even some
G,
Penguins ones.
Us, bro. G got every little thing you can think of. He'll get you.
I need Pitt. I need Penguins. I guess I could do Pirates. Get the Pirates logo in there. Steelers.
For the shoe, bro.
Huh?
Bad for the shoe. You got a Pirates logo on it, man.
Oh, I got it on my hat. I mean, the P represents Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
We're going to support the Pirates, but we always know what it's going to be year in and year out. Yeah. Stop watching around May. No, we're out of it. But you know what? It's Pittsburgh will support.
That sounds about right. Oh, man. Let me think what else.
Well, you got something on your mind? I was going to say, you got the lights going.
Oh, yeah, man.
You got the fit going, too?
I'm feeling super festive. I tried to dim the lights. I didn't want them to be the crazy kind where it's like flashing. Thought it'd be a little distracted, but you know what I mean? Go Jesus, it's your birthday. Hey. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have a little fun with that thing right there, man.
Damn, bro. He's got a little bit of like a Pennywise vibe to him with that red balloon.
Hey, I like it though, bro. Let him know, man. I'm gonna kill you if you don't believe. No, But anywho, man, let's get this show started because, like you said, man, we got plenty to talk about. Game preview. Obviously, got to talk about this matchup. Some of the COVID stuff surrounding this matchup as well. We're going to hop on the phone line with Terence Garvin, former Steelers linebacker. He's been on the show multiple times now. Chop it up with him about this upcoming matchup. Talk about the defense as well.
For sure.
Then we also had a big-time transfer, too, to the University of Pitt. Could be our future quarterback after we get through the first quarterback. Maybe he's like the next one. You know what I mean? So you never know. So that's going to be exciting when we get to that. And, of course, we got to give you our predictions for this weekend's games, man. That's what we're going to do. So without further ado, let us know where you are tuning in from in the chat, and we will definitely give you a big boy shout out, baby.
Hey, real quick.
What's happening?
This is just like a me looking out for you thing. If someone has something on their face, but your boy never says anything, it's like, what are you really doing?
Yeah.
So you know how Charlie Batch corrected you on the University of, where was he at? University of Eastern Michigan or Eastern Michigan University?
So Pitt University? Or you say
No. It's neither. So here it is. It's University of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So not University of Pitt. And then whenever you say Pitt, it's just Pitt on its own. So just looking out for you. Looking out for you. Because it's more of like, I don't care. You can keep saying that. But if you're in certain circles and you say that, they're like, nah, we don't pronounce it that way. You know what I mean?
The Pitt people
you never
will get
know.
offended.
You never know.
Oh, man.
You never know.
No, I ain't gonna do that. Because that would be against some of the things that I preach. I always preach, if that is gonna bother or offend certain people, I should be a little more empathetic and open to that.
You can keep doing as much as you want. Like I said, I don't care because I think it would be funny if you kept doing it. But I just
like just to stick it to every power to Pitt.
I feel like you should at least know the information though, and then you do what you want with the information. That's all.
Appreciate that. See,
I just wanted to throw that out there. So keep doing it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Go
man.
ahead.
Power to Pitt. Let's get it there, man. But I'm gonna shout you. University of Pittsburgh. That's it, right?
That's it. That's
University
it right there. It's University of Pittsburgh, and then just
Yeah.
Pitt on its own whenever you're referencing them.
I like the script. Let's do it then, man. Let's do it. All right, but we got the chat coming in, so let's get it going. All righty. Well, first off, man, I'm going to have to jump into the super because, yes.
We got 2 early Christmas presents.
2 early Christmases, man. So shout out to Jonathan McDormand, man, showing major love to start the show off bright and early. The 919 is where he's tuning in from, Bull City, by way of the 540 Harrisonburg, Virginia. That's JMU country for those that do not know. He says, Deke, last thing I expected when my alarm went off at 6 was to awake to a Twitter vid of you knocking your balls around in your Crocs and in 69 jersey. You keep doing you, buddy. Yeah, that was pretty funny, bro. Yeah.
Listen, dude. I was drunk. I fired off a tweet last night. I said, I'm waking up at 6 o'clock and hitting the golf shot. Bro, and it was freezing. Yes. Yeah. I think I probably tweeted that at midnight.
Oh, my God.
And you know what? I was like, I got to do it. Yeah. I got to do it. I tweet that out. I'm going to follow through on this one.
As I was going back through right before the show to just make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah. It was pretty funny.
I chunked it so bad. I had the one-handed follow through. There was a lot of grass there. It was almost like Oakmont rough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, forgive me for that terrible shot. First shot of the year, though. Actually, not first shot of the year because it's not January yet.
Yeah. So we good.
Yeah, so I just wanted to follow through on it. I got up at like 6 and then
I could respect it, though. I could definitely respect it. All righty. So let's get back to where these chats are coming in from.
Well, dude, let's go UW. He's got another big-time super chat here.
Major.
Good morning, Moats and Deke. What a game to end the year on Muma.
Yeah, because they were
first
playing,
in
Kent
TOT?
State.
What's TOT?
I think total tackles, maybe?
Oh, total tackles in the whole nation. Yeah. With over 140 this season.
Let's get it.
And our quarterback got MVP, joining guys like Josh Allen, Matt Ryan, and Zach Wilson.
Oh. Hey.
What's that, man? I guess that's good company.
Yeah, you got
he's talking about MVP for that particular bowl game.
Yeah, because you got a regular season MVP. You got 3 first-round draft picks, all 3 top 10 draft picks, if I remember correctly.
Top 10. Wasn't Allen 7?
Yeah.
Zach Wilson 2. Matt Ryan was 3.
Yeah, so yeah. 3 top 10 draft picks. 1 guy with a Super Bowl appearance. 1 guy AFC Championship game appearance. Another guy in the league, It's still early, though, rookie.
It's still early.
Yeah, it's still early.
Definitely early for
him. It might be good company, man. I don't know if he's going to be to that level. I have not watched their quarterback like that.
No, I haven't either.
I'm lie and say I did. Yeah, have not watched him. And I wanted to actually check the game out. They were playing, I think it was Kent State they were playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like 2 days. It was like random. Like it was either yesterday or the day before. And I remember I'm like out and I'm seeing the score.
I think it was yesterday.
Phone. It might have been yesterday.
It was yesterday. Yeah.
Because I'm out and I'm like, dang, I can't watch this right now. Like we got family time. We doing stuff right here.
We got connections to Wyoming now because of Let's Go UW.
No, we do though, bro.
I'll be straight up too. With how he talks about Wyoming, I thought they were gonna be like 10-2 or something like that. I see the record 6-6. I'm like, bruh, they snuck into this bowl game. Congrats on the win, though.
Oh, facts. All right. So we got Nick Y, though. He's tuning in from the 918 Tulsa, Oklahoma. Says much love. Happy holidays. Then we also have Leah Warren. Shout out to Leah. Tuning in from the 254 Killeen, Texas. And then can't forget Jesus Pacheco. Checking in from San Angelo, Texas. The 325. And then we also have Stephon Ball. Shout out to Stephon Ball, the 314 St. Louis, Missouri. He says, my crib. And what you got on your end?
Mr. Pitt Steelers for life, Fort Worth, Texas, 817. Josh Brooks checking in from Staunton, Virginia. Guys, I watch every show.
Yeah.
Oh, did I pronounce it wrong?
That's all right.
He says, guys, I watch every show at work. Keep up the great work. Much love. Let's go Steelers. Mark Malone says, power to Pitt. It might be a new thing now.
TG started
it might be a new thing. No. It was Banner.
No, it was it Banner?
It was Banner, Banner. I mean, me and TG have gone back and forth with our Pitt, West Virginia stuff, but no, Banner was making fun of us, said power to Pitt.
Because that was the whole, when Coach T was talking about the whole USC thing. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, and I was like, bro, I'd watch out with Pitt. I mean, USC slipping a little bit. I think Pitt was maybe 5-1, 6-1 at the time. I'm like, what's going on here? We're taking over the reins. He's like, oh, I don't know. What do you even say? Power to Pitt, hell to Pitt. I don't even know about you guys. We see what happened this year.
Hey.
Mike Matezis here from the 201.
Let's get it.
Bougainville, New Jersey.
Let's get it.
Rarity Unlimited. He's coming in from close to enemy territory this week. He says from the 785 in Kansas, baby.
Okay.
Mark Malone, Pitt power.
We get a couple more. Then after that, man, we got to get into this first topic because I am extremely excited about it. Extremely excited.
Is it possible good news for you? Is that what you're saying?
It could be great news. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm extremely hyped, bro. Extremely hyped. All right, Gavin Schneider, Tom Rivers, New Jersey, the 732, Kendall Johnson, the 412, Pittsburgh, and Knight Rider 16. You know we like the homie Knight Rider 16.
Definitely.
Big time like you. The 318, Minden, Louisiana, and then, last but certainly not least, Robert Bennett, the 609, Trenton, New Jersey. I wonder, does he happen to know Trina Still Diva? Because she is also a Trenton, New Jersey, Stone Mountain, Georgia, and what part of Hawaii? I believe it is Honolulu.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, maybe they know each other.
Yeah, maybe some connections.
You never know. But can we get to this first topic, bro? Because like I said, man,
yeah.
I'm hyped, bro. All right. We obviously talked about this guy last show, you know, because he was boxing, or we was talking about him potentially boxing. But then we got news that my man L. Bell has a job now. He has recently been signed to not just the Tampa Bay Buccaneers practice squad, but he's to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers active roster. Okay,
right off the bat,
active roster. They said that they like his pass catching ability and his pass blocking as well. And you know, it was one of them things, man. When we posted our video of us talking about him potentially having the boxing match, you read the comments. And of course, the comments.
Oh, they going off.
They get a little wild in there every once in a while. Some of it is, oh man, well, you know, it's because he's trash anyways. He got to go box. He's broke. He can't do this. Nobody's gonna pick him up. He's washed. It's over. And like 2 days later, it's like, well. I guess the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers didn't think he was trash, huh? They didn't think he didn't have it anymore. You know. I was very excited.
Too many
about
Steeler
that.
connections down there
and
for
then,
them to think he doesn't have it.
Listen, and then it hit me. I said, oh, you know, when I was in Pittsburgh, who was my group on offense when I was in Pittsburgh? What do we call the trio on offense, bro? We had some guys that all their last names began with the letter B.
I've seen people trying to bring it up on social media.
They began with the letter
let's
B.
Not do it.
Listen.
Nope.
You got L Bell. That's one B. You got Antonio Brown. That's another B. Now, we know the third B was Ben Roethlisberger, but we can substitute that B out because we have Tom, and his last name is Brady, which begins with the letter B. So we can have all three. Like I said, seeing those two back in the same building, I got excited. I got inspired. It's kind of like,
I'm hurting.
You know, when you watch the movies and it's like, oh, this was a group. They used to be together, had a lot of success. And then for some reason, the whole band fell apart. And then it's a reunion tour and they going around getting everybody, hey, yo, you gonna come back to the tour? Hey, what you doing? You come back to the tour? And they're like, all right, man, I'm gonna come back. Bro, seeing them together, I started to stretch. I can't understand. I worked out. I got on the bike. I started pedaling Deke. I was like, you know what, man? If the band is getting back together now, wait a minute.
Well, let's look at the depth chart real quick for them. Pierre Paul, one of their edge rushers, and Shaquille Barrett. So if one of them go down,
JPP's my class too. That's my dude.
If one of them go down, here's the depth. How do you feel matched up against either of these guys? Anthony Nelson, Joe Tyrone.
Nah, Tyrone nice. I ain't messing with him.
Oh, man, I can't even pronounce the second part of his last name. I'm not even going to try.
Yeah, he nice.
So what about Anthony Nelson, though? Think you could take him?
Hey, I like me. for the band to get back together? Oh, we talking about the band getting back to... Deke, it's the band, bro. We
this
talking
isn't
about
right.
The band getting back... different lead singer.
This isn't right.
We just replaced the lead singer. That's it. Some might even say it was an upgrade at least. They say, hey, look, man, you know, you cool and all, but we're going to get this person instead to sing. I'm trying, who has been replaced? If I could think off the top of my head, a famous band that replaced the lead singer, just the lead guy. And it's like, dang, y'all low key better now with the replacement than y'all were beforehand. That's what it feels like right now, man.
Yeah, I don't think it's been done. I don't see it being done here.
Until now, man.
Listen,
now,
dude,
bro.
This isn't right because this is how it should be back here. This is how it was supposed to be, dude. We talked about it. How many of these past couple off seasons? The Killer Bee reunion. Bring it back. Oh, man. Please, bring it back.
I think I'm going to go work out. I think I'm going to get a double in today just in case. You know what I mean? Let Debo show up in Tampa Bay. Okay, let Debo get that phone call. Cause he the last member of the band for me. You feel me? ABL Bell, I was so, but Debo, that was like my guy. You know what I mean? If we in the background, if I'm on drums, he the bass guy. You know what I mean? So it's like I relate to him. If he come back, oh man, it's over, bro. It's call the wife, let her know, babe, I love you. I know I promised I was done, but the band came back, all right, and I gotta be there. I can't miss it. So yeah, man.
So you'd be considering signing with them,
man.
But if that doesn't happen, would we see you in a Tampa Bay jersey in here? That's what I'm worried about too.
What's AB number down there? 18?
It's 81.
81? No, 81. I'm gonna wait to see what L Bell get first. L Bell might have a better number. I ain't really feeling the 81 all the way because I'm an 84 AB guy. But depending on what number L Bell get,
you're saying if he rocks the classic 2-6,
let him. I'm coming to the show. All right.
Now, what do you think logistically about this one? Smart for depth purposes. I don't know how much he's actually going to play in the playoffs, though, because I think Fournette's still the better back. If he's supposed to be playing in the playoffs, then he'll get the majority of the carries.
Yeah, this is a move solely because of the injury and the health situation with their running back room.
Because Bernard even got hurt, too.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, Giovanni Bernard, to me, honestly, right now, I think he gives you a little bit more out the backfield in terms of just the passing specialist part of it, right? Obviously, Elba, I think, would be the best blocker of the bunch. But in terms of running the ball, I like Leonard Fournette over him right now. I like Ronald Jones over him right now, just based on their styles, the burst that they play with as well, and the fact that they've been on active rosters and seen playing time these past couple of years. Whereas with L. Bell, he was on a practice squad for a while in Baltimore. Obviously, he got activated and had some success, but it was still a very limited role. And then in Kansas City, he wasn't dressing or wasn't even playing realistically. And we know in New York, everything that happened there. So for me, it's like, it's cool and it's interesting because, like I said, the name part of it. And obviously we love the nostalgia when you're talking about getting L. Bell and AB together. But at the same time, though, it's still multiple variables with them, even now in their situations. You got to think AB's coming back from how many weeks?
Godwin's out for the season.
Yeah, Godwin's done now with the ACL, which was a crazy play. But I mean, that is what the rules kind of force you to do a little bit. But when you look at AB, right, coming back from the ankle injury along with the 3-game suspension from COVID, we got to see what that looks like. Then obviously with L. Bell, just because he's been sitting, you know. Like once he left Baltimore, it was a couple of weeks where he wasn't employed. So we're gonna have to see what does that how long does it take for him to get up to speed. He isn't familiar with Arians because I'm trying to think.
No.
In 13, Arians was already gone by then.
No. He might have 1 year then. His rookie year.
Yeah,
his rookie year.
But I say because when I came 13. In 14, that's when Haley came. So yeah. So then quicker in terms of the learning curve, him getting picked up and acclimated. So that. Well, that makes even more sense now than why you would bring him in. I did not know that 13. That was 13. So that was it then. Yeah, that was definitely it.
And he had a solid rookie season.
Yeah, it makes sense. And with a guy like Brady, you know the two things that L. Bell has to do. Number one, pick up any blitz because Brady's not giving you mobility. But if you give him time, he obviously can cook. And then you already know that, man, if Brady wants to operate through the running backs, as we saw in the Super Bowl with James White, he doesn't have a problem featuring those guys in the passing
game. Even last year with Tampa Bay, Fournette had a hell of a run. And Ronald Jones's run last year was kind of overshadowed by Leonard Fournette because he actually played pretty good for them. That's why I don't think this is for them, puts them over the top at all. Yeah. Because they're going to be sticking with Fournette and Jones probably.
Yeah. But this is it could be viewed as a high-end Band-Aid though. Because that's essentially what you're trying to do. You're trying to cover yourself for 2, potentially 3 weeks. And that's the difference when you talk about some of these other teams when they're going down and you're looking at the depth and you're like, dang, like you're putting this guy, there has to be somebody better. Well, that's their version of, hey, we got all our guys down, but we do happen to have somebody that's available and can go right out there since he already has a familiarity with the scheme and the system as well. But I'm looking in the chat, bro, and it looks like we have some updates on our COVID front as well.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm hoping that it's not accurate, but it is. It's not looking too good.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
All right, let me know. Tell me. Bush. Oh,
no.
Man.
Yeah.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, bro. So we can go right to that, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, because
is he the only one?
From what I have seen thus far, obviously it was just popping up. But
I think it is just
Do
Bush.
we have anything left that you wanted to say with the L. Bell signing? Before we,
I just think with this, if he does get an opportunity, I think it'll be better for him as opposed to the Ravens. We didn't know how the Ravens was going to play out just because they had the different style of offense. With that signing, I trusted more of the Ravens organization. Like if you did your due diligence, you're going to sign Bell, you're probably going to think it's going to work and you're going to make it work somehow because they can usually pick up people. You know, we've seen Mike Wallace, like Anquan Bolden later in his career.
Success,
Torrey Smith, dudes that Steve Smith even. But it didn't work out for Bell. I would probably lean more on it just being a weird offense and him not getting the opportunities. But this is more traditional for him. I think it could be good.
But to say it didn't work out, I don't think that's the truth. I think it did work out to an extent. I mean, he was getting his touchdowns. He was getting some yardage and stuff like that. I just think Latavius Murray was already ahead of him. You know what I mean? And
I feel like him and Freeman fitted a little better, though.
Well, no, I think they did, but I think all three of them complemented each other really well because you could definitely see the success when they would go through the different style of run plays for all three of those guys. And you're charting, and it's like, oh, these style plays work when you're doing this first. Okay, now granted, that running back can't do this and he can't do that, but when you use them all together like how they were doing, it was effective. And that's my thing. It's like, I just think that with L. Bell, he was never viewed ahead of those other guys there. So it was always
It's weird because they signed him first.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. But I think as soon they signed him first, practice squad, but then Murray directly to the active. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, whoa, why did y'all go that route when both of them were available at the same time, too, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, my main point is just if he got opportunities, I wouldn't be surprised if he had success because of the familiarity with Arians. And also, it just feels like it would be an offense more fitting to him as opposed to what was going on with the Ravens.
And I personally thought Baltimore, you see how long he was there as well. I don't feel like it's going to be like that for Tampa. Just because of like how many games are remaining and then knowing those guys will be returning. Whereas with Baltimore, it was the season end variety. So you didn't have to worry about those guys coming back. I think that's why we're all kind of surprised also when they decided to release him when they did, because it was like, whoa, man, he's a part of this rotation. He's playing, and these guys aren't necessarily returning to your team. Yeah, but with Tampa, because those guys are coming back. It's not like they're done for the year.
Yeah, because I don't think he's necessarily washed. Was I maybe wrong this offseason? I don't know, just because I don't think he got enough opportunities with the Ravens. Because my whole take was always like, nah, I looked at the Chiefs. Yeah. They didn't give him the ball enough, but I'm still seeing him make a lot of missed tackles. Cuts are nice. Kind of looking very similar to what he was doing with the Steelers. Yeah. So if he got the full workload somewhere, I think he could do similar things. Now, did he lose a little bit compared to when he was in Pittsburgh? Maybe that's the natural running back cycle. I don't know.
But you said Ben ain't lost nothing yet. Ben, so that Ben ain't lose nothing either then, man.
Well, with Ben, I just talk about the mobility in terms of like arm strength, wherewithal, savviness. He still got it.
L. Bell savviness, he still got it. Blitz pickup, vision.
Sure, and that could be good for the Bucs.
Got all that, man.
Exactly, especially with their offensive line. He might be fine. That's what I mean. I wouldn't be surprised if he did have success, but once Fournette comes back with Ronald Jones, I don't see why the Bucs would.
Why would you, right?
Yeah, why would you rely on Bell when you have those two dudes when you saw what they did in the playoffs last year?
Healthier, more explosive.
Yeah, I think that's it for the Bucs and Le'Veon Bell signing.
So now let's get
not a big deal, but you got the storylines, I guess, with him and Brown being down there.
All right, so if Debo come back, just know show's over. It's a wrap.
Okay, so it looks like it is just Bush because Elijah's saying Banner and Marcus Allen also, but we kind of talked about that even before we started recording.
Well, because they got put on today as well. That was just earlier today. Still today. So it's three guys.
But I'm just saying new people outside of Bush because we already knew about Banner and Marcus Allen, but I'm not seeing any other names being thrown out there. Damn, dude.
Yeah, so those are the three thus far all today.
Montravius Adams?
Yeah, Montravius got put on earlier.
What?
It was like a couple days ago for him. Was it Monday?
Well, he missed last week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like earlier, yeah. So we'll see.
Is he still on it?
Yeah, he's currently still on it, yeah.
Well, this sucks. But you know what? You want to talk about trade-offs? Bush being out versus Kelsey being out? I'll do that.
I think that hurts us more, though.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, because you already said no Marcus Allen. You running out of bodies, ain't you?
Spillane and Schober now.
Yeah.
What are we doing with Buddy Johnson? I know he was inactive last week. Was that COVID related? Or was that actually injury?
No. He was just, I think it was healthy scratch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those would be the three guys. Killebrew, hybrid role. Bring them up.
Yeah.
I'm not thrilled about missing Bush, but like, man, they're missing a lot more. It all depends on just who comes back and at what time.
Yeah.
Bush got this thing on Wednesday then, whereas like they were all Tuesday. His window's closer now? Closing. How do I want to say
Get
it?
it out now.
Closer.
Oh.
Closer.
Yeah.
Before he has to test negative compared to the other guys. Like, it's less
this
days.
Is the NFL though, bro. Anything can happen.
Yeah, we saw TJ 4 days. So hold on.
We know how the NFL.
Wednesday,
anything
Thursday,
can happen. Yeah.
Thursday. Yeah, because the Chiefs have the extra day with them all testing on Tuesday. Bush Wednesday. Hold on here. This is a race for who gets the negative test.
Everybody's gonna play. Don't worry about it, man.
You
It's
think?
the NFL. The NFL is not gonna let all those stars not play on the day after Christmas. You think they're gonna have that game and not have those star players out there? Come on, bro.
From all the names that were released on the Chiefs, I think the only one with symptoms was Ward.
Nah.
They're saying everyone else didn't have symptoms. They just tested positive. With Bush, hold on, Wednesday. So we got Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Oh, that's plenty of time. That's plenty of time.
Could he test on Sunday? I mean,
that's plenty of time, bro.
I don't know if Wednesday's included. That's 3 days. So
that's all he needs.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Think about it. Before
including Sunday, it's 4 days.
Before Ben did it, no one did it in 5. Before TJ, nobody did it in 4. Before Devin Bush, nobody gonna do it in 3. So we good.
You're feeling confident then?
Absolutely.
You think he's playing?
Come on, man. Why not?
It's too close. It's too close to the game, I think.
They said that about 4 days for TJ. They said it about 5 days for Ben.
TJ tested on Monday,
still 4
right?
days. It was 4 days.
Was it Monday?
It was 4 days.
And when did we get the notification?
Ben was 5 days.
Yeah, Ben was 5 days. His was like the Saturday night before the Lions game.
If they could do it like that, man, we gonna be all right. D-Bush.
All right, so you're not worried about
I'm
it.
confident.
When we talk about linebacker comparisons,
I'm confident.
Slotting Bush in for us.
I'm confident.
Okay.
Yep.
So you feel like if we're missing Bush and they're missing Kelsey, that's worse for us?
Yeah. I do.
That's interesting.
Because to me, when I watch the Chiefs offense, obviously Kelsey is a huge part of it, him and Tyreek Hill. But they, like with Mahomes, I don't feel like he's so locked in that it has to be Kelsey that he gets the offense through. Like, to me, I personally feel like
you're right.
Tyreek not being out there hurts them a lot more than Kelsey not being out there. Kelsey is going to give you the added attention coverage wise, and that also benefits some of these other guys out there. But to me, our situation defensively, like we just multiple weeks in a row continuing of just struggling stopping the run, right? And we said that even with this performance being quote unquote better, we still give up 200 yards, and this is what us saying that Devin actually played better as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not necessarily too optimistic about what that's gonna look like if it isn't him out there now. If
Spillane and Shepard.
Yeah.
And Buddy Johnson.
Yeah, I'm not confident in it. I don't like how that look. I mean, because even with Bush, it's kind of like, all right, we hoping that it's going, like, as we've talked about, we've lowered the expectations a lot to where we are right now to even speak positively of him in that vein. I just don't, like, to me to go, all right, now you're Buddy and Schobert. I don't think that is necessarily going to be a better pairing. Spillane and Schobert, I don't think that's a better pairing. And like you said, we still with Marcus Allen.
No, I don't think it's a better pairing. It's just with them missing Kelsey. It's kind of a big deal. But I think I'm with you, though. Because Hill would be worse.
And to me, us not being able to stop the run, the biggest part of the Chiefs, man, when they really get going, it's not Mahomes just airing it out. It's when they're able to hand the ball off. Absolutely. When they're able to hand the ball off and stay on schedule, man, that's when they could take shots. That's when everything opens up for them. And that's the part for me where I say, man, I know, some of our corners we feel confident in, but at the same time, it's like we've also had some bad moments with those same guys as well. I don't want to see, them out there having to play that game against Mahomes because we can't stop the run, so we can't give them an extra defender back there to help them out. That's my thing.
This is the game before the game.
Yeah.
Who tests positive, who tests negative.
Right.
Seriously, because we could be talking about Hill and Kelsey. They might not even be out there, and that completely changes the game.
It changes a lot, yeah. And that's the part, like, it's funny, even when I was doing the research, like, all right, we're going to do this preview. And I'm like, dude.
They got like half their guys out on both offense
and defense.
Yeah.
Even depth guys are out right now for them. So it's like, it's a weird scenario for them. But at the same time, this is today's NFL right now. I mean, you have to account for this. It's unfortunate.
We lost the
when
game
it
because
happens.
of it.
Yeah, I mean, we've lost the game. We've seen games be moved. Obviously, it was a game yesterday and on extra game yesterday and on Monday because of this. And that's the other part where I'm like, I'm getting a little worried just because of how many people are for them that they would potentially try to move a game. Because have you considered that? Because I definitely started thinking about that as well, man.
They might. I hope not.
Yeah.
I definitely hope not. It seems like they have enough players, though, to play. I mean, that's why they extended the practice squad. I don't know how similar the numbers are between them and what the whole Browns-Raiders situation was,
or even the Seahawks-Rams situation. Because wasn't it the Rams, they were dealing with it.
I'm guessing they're just going to wait and see over these next however many days if some of these Chiefs players start testing negative and getting back in the fold.
That's the thing.
Yeah, because if any more, who knows, man? I mean, it would suck. It would really suck.
Yeah.
Some people were bringing up in the Twitch stream chat that NFL, I think it was them just making up the rumor, or at least they had this idea that they should just postpone this week and then push everything back because there's been like an outbreak and stuff throughout the whole league.
NHL,
that's what they did.
Yeah, they definitely did that. Basketball, they've moved games, but they're still playing games. I wish they would have moved that game last night. My Lakers, Lord have mercy, I can't.
16-16,
bro. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. It's still early though. It's not good though. We got to make some trades.
Westbrook, number one on the list. Listen, I don't know if he's tradable though.
I don't think he is either.
The contract's so bad.
I do not think he's tradable, bro. Yeah.
And you see, Kuzma and all the other dudes are kind of like playing halfway decent with the Wizards. They started off stronger, but tailed off. But still.
Was it square peg, round hole? Is just it's not a fit right now, bro.
You want me to read some of these super chats?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Well, I'm at Let's Go UW.
Yeah, so read off a couple. Oh, which one?
He just said Bush got put on the COVID list.
Oh, so you're good then. That's okay. The first one for him. Yeah, so we're gonna read off all of these real quick, and then we will start doing our three things: what we like and we don't like about them.
Perfect.
Yep.
Keith Chambers. How about us trying to go after QB Tyler Huntley from the Ravens? He has to be better than any QB coming out this year. I know a small sample size, but he looks really good. 704 CNC Steelers. Charlotte, North Carolina.
Huntley has looked interesting. I mean, kind of like a poor man's Lamar sometimes in that offense. I mean, it's cool to see him have the success that he's having. Obviously, I just don't know how that fits outside of Baltimore, though. In the sense of, like, we talk about their offense, right? How certain people, like, you play them differently. Even though Lamar's not out there, because Huntley is still a copy of Lamar, right? In terms of that style of player, run pass option and stuff like that. It's just weird when I watch them offensively and watch him. Kind of like when we talk about Lamar, it's like Lamar thrives in that offense, but if Lamar was in our offense, is it the same? If he's in the Chiefs offense, like,
I assume we would change it.
We would have to change it, right? And that's my thing. So, like, with Huntley, I like him, but I just don't know if we're gonna do it like that. And part of that goes back to, coaching as well, right? When you would come over here, we would have to have faith that the coordinator could put together that type of offense for him as well. I don't know how y'all feel about Canada, if y'all believe he could do that or not. I just don't know. I mean, he's having kind of up and down season. It's not like he's, in terms of Canada, has shown that, hey, man, he's this elite coordinator that's above reproach. We haven't seen that just yet. So, that's the only part for me where I'm just a little bit reserved about him. But, man, you can't go wrong with Huntley, though, man. I do think he's going to be all right, though.
Yeah, who knows with this one, because, obviously I want Ben back. But then if he does decide to retire, let's say this situation plays out, like Ravens trading with the Steelers, a guy that the Steelers think could help their team. And then what are the Steelers giving up? Like, would you want to give up a second round for him based off that sample size?
We've already done business before.
Wormley.
And what is Wormley doing?
I guess that would all depend on how the Ravens would feel about him.
Yeah.
Because if the Ravens feel like he's just a backup, then they'd be more apt to trade him to the Steelers, right? Because that's what they did with Wormley. Wormley and anything.
Send him over there. They're going to start him.
And then Wormley had the revenge game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it would be, whenever you're looking at the quarterbacks in the offseason, it'd be like, what, between him and some of the rookies that are out there? Right. Who's going to be free? Is Jimmy G free agent? People are talking about like Kirk Cousins and stuff. Who knows? Who knows? We got to see how it plays out, though, still. Because, I mean, if Ben wants to come back, that's what I'm calling for, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we'll see what Colbert says, though.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
Hey now. Oh.
See this, bro. I'm
what's the
telling
next chat?
I already told you, bro. That's my nightmare scenario, and that's the one that's gonna get my blood boiling the most. If Ben wants to come back, feels like he's ready to go, bro.
He could be backup singer in Tampa.
No.
He could definitely be backup singer. He could that'd be a heck of a backup singer down there. That band, man, I'd definitely come back for that band.
Don't do that, please.
Well, we can't get Ben down there?
This cannot be the scenario that plays out.
Oh, man. All right. Just check.
Jerry Thornton. Youngstown in the house, 3-3-0. We're getting hit by COVID. Now Bush is out. They have 13 players. Yeah, kind of talked about it.
Wash your hands. Keep your distance. Don't be breathing on nobody. Oof.
Tommy Vincent. Merry Christmas, Moats and Deke. So are we officially able to call Witherspoon A-Dub? If so, don't forget who spoke it into existence. LOL. I guess it was him. Happy holidays, fam.
We throwing nicknames out there because you know how it goes. Now we start throwing them nicknames out, baby.
There were talks about Witherspoon Island.
Yeah.
I squashed those. I said we're not doing that again. We can't jinx it. I wanted to, but no, we're done. But then I remember A-Dub was brought up on the same podcast episode. We were like, actually, this is kind of dope.
It definitely was, bro.
And it was brought up on the Twitch stream actually yesterday. They were like, A-Dub. I'm like, who's A-Dub? And it took me a second. I'm like, oh, yeah, Witherspoon. So it does have some momentum. Let's see what he does these last however many games. Actually, yeah, just let the season play out. If he comes back next year, let's call him A-Dub.
There it is.
If he comes back next year. Even if he has a slip up here or there, we could call him A-Dub next year. That's fine.
Fair enough.
I think we're good with that. But no, ball out these last remaining regular season games and then play well in the playoffs. A-Dub is definitely fitting.
A-Dub.
Okay, what do we got next? Is it Let's Go U-Dub again?
Yep.
All right.
Because we got two more, and then after that, we will start our three things of what we like and don't like.
Yeah, brought up Banner and Marcus Allen also on the list.
And then the last one should be Juice Box.
Yep. We got 300 plus people, and nowhere near this many likes. Smash that like button. This is a free week because I expect to lose, so I can only be surprised.
Fair enough. Yeah,
let's get these likes up.
I don't
think I liked it.
Get the likes up, man. Hey, do what Juicebox32 said, man. Make sure y'all like it. And while y'all are in the middle of liking it, I will also tell you that, man, we got something cool going on also, baby, on the channel. For the merch, y'all see the merchandise that's always available. The Artemis Experience with Deke show merchandise. Two new things. We have a new item that has been added, man. The crew neck. All right. It's not on display. You got to click on one of the shirts or on the link in the description box. Take you to the website. But yeah, man, we have new crew neck sweatshirts with the Artemis Experience with Deke logo up there for those that don't want to do the hoodie all the time. Sometimes you got to crew neck it up.
Yeah,
that's available to you. And because I was thinking about Trina Still Diva, I have a promo code. Okay. Promo code is Moats. She said put it on everything. That's what she said, right?
It's simple enough.
So if you use the promo code Moats when you're checking out, you will get 15% off of your purchases all the way up until New Year's. All right. So you got some extras for that, a little incentivization, a little, I love y'all, y'all love us. We appreciate y'all. So there you have it, baby. There you have it. Promo code Moats when you are using, the checkout. When you're purchasing some of the Artemis Experience with Deke podcast attire and that new crew sweatshirt. It is fire.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So with that being said, man.
Preview time.
Let's drop 3 things that you like about the Kansas City Chiefs in the chat. Yep, drop 3 things because we got about 20 minutes too before we're on the phone. So this is perfect. Perfect.
You want to start it?
I will, man. So obviously the first thing that I like about the Chiefs is Patrick Mahomes. How could you not like him, right? Quarterback that can do it all. Talk about the clutch moments, the it factor, toughness. You've seen that a lot. He's definitely been hit a lot more these past 2 seasons than he was earlier on. But also the thing that I like about him, I can see his growth in the sense of the plays that he's making now are different than early on in his career where he had a great offensive line in front of him. You watch that O-line now, their tackles.
Yeah, they're solid, really but bad. You're right. On the edges, you can get pressure.
They are really bad, yeah. And you see Mahomes, he has to get rid of the ball a lot faster. He has to use his legs a little bit more, change, just the pocket as well. But to me, man, seeing just how he's battled through his adversity, his own adversity, right? Whether it's family members, whether it was the turnovers earlier on in the season, my man's had a lot going on. We know this. We know he had a lot going on, all right? He hasn't went full Aaron Rodgers and said, leave me alone, family. But I'm sure he's teetering on that way if they keep acting the way
him.
they're acting. All right. I would not frown it if that was the case. It's okay. It's okay. But for me, that's the first thing I like is Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, obviously Mahomes. I'm with you too. One of the elite quarterbacks in this league. And you mentioned growth even throughout the season. Now, all the picks, even early on when people were kind of shitting on him a little bit and the Chiefs were turning the ball over left and right, those weren't all on him because receivers were dropping it. And the line was playing pretty like it's been doing a little bit better, but it was playing pretty bad like earlier in the season. But then to see how he's tried to take care of the ball a little bit more, and it hasn't been perfect because I think over the past like 6 or 7 games, Chiefs are still averaging a turnover a game, and some of them have been because of his picks or fumbles and whatnot. But no, he's elite, franchise QB. He's a stud. So yeah, obviously Mahomes, and he's one of my guys. I told you he's one of the guys I have in my elite category. So I'm gonna defend him. He had that clutch moment in the Super Bowl. He's proven to continually be clutch, and like he has the ball with 2 minutes left. It's just one of those things. Yeah. You're worried if you're the defense. You absolutely are. And we saw what happened in the Chargers game on Sunday. Dude, which I didn't get to watch that because I was watching Spider-Man. I'm watching that today, dude. I'm like, what the hell are the Chargers doing, man? All these fourth downs they're going for. Even the Chiefs went for on the 1 4th down, and they didn't get it. It's just been weird, man. Like seeing some of these games. Broncos.
That trash throw on the 1/4, like in the goal line, it was like slips out his hand.
I was watching the Broncos-Chiefs game. Why are the Broncos going for it on 4th down left and right?
Low key, the Broncos go for it a lot on 4th down.
What the hell are they doing?
Yeah, they go for it. But that's like the new fad. Like everybody just feels analytics say you're supposed to go for it on 4th downs. That's what people say you're supposed to do.
I like it in certain moments. But there's just other times like, bro, just kick it.
Yeah, man.
Especially in those scenarios, like the Broncos game would have been much closer. It was Bridgewater's turnovers, his picks were terrible, and then them going for it on 4th and not making it multiple times. Like that game was actually tighter than what the score indicated.
No, I would definitely.
Which gives me, whenever I watch some of these games with the Cowboys and even like the Broncos, I'm like, bro, we can, as long as we're not turning the ball over, we could turn them over, bro. Come on.
I agree, man.
I like our chances. But go ahead.
All right. Second thing I like though, can I talk about the wide receiver talent? When healthy, when there's no COVID. All right. Whenever you got Tyreek
you're talking about the depth?
Kelsey. I'm talking Tyreek and Kelsey.
Just them two.
Just those two. Because those two are you need. Let's be real. I mean, you watch the same games. The other guys, they're cool. They give you a little appetizer here and there, but it's
more because of Mahomes.
Correct. But it's heavy dose of Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce when those guys are available. When they're available, man, I absolutely love watching them play. But because I can't say that because they're technically on COVID list right now, so I have to do this with the assumption that they would not be out there.
Whoa.
Can I talk about Clyde? Can I talk about him a little bit because I do like.
You liked him coming out.
I did. The thing that I do like, if you watch the last 2 games, Chargers game, but more importantly that Raiders game, man, when he is able to get going, when he is able to keep them, just being able to run effectively and efficiently, it makes that offense so much more dynamic. And at times, I mean, he does it running the ball between the tackles, but he also catches it out the backfield. And to me, man, when they are able to get him involved, and I do think they want to keep getting him involved because it makes them more dynamic. But it's just like I said, man, when you watch him and he gets going, his confidence is going, I feel like everyone around them has an easier job, way easier. So that's why he's my number 2 there.
He's number 2.
Since I can't talk about the receivers right now.
So I can't talk about Kelce and Hill then either?
Okay, I mean, because you saw that I started to talk about him like technically.
But that's an obvious one too. So we don't really need to talk about him. Right. Obviously, Kelce and Hill are studs. Best. I'd say Hill's what, top 5? But like in terms of as a weapon, he's easily top 3.
Yeah.
But as an overall receiver, at least top 5. And then Kelce, between him and Kittle, as your top tight end.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're obviously studs. That's something that you should like about the Chiefs when you're watching the games. I didn't really give any consideration to Allaire. He has been solid for them.
He has, bro.
They kind of go away from the running game maybe a little bit too much, but when they keep on it, it does make an impact on their offense. Maybe they just need to get more comfortable with it because of the amount of times they put the ball in Mahomes' hands, and they trust him, and rightfully so. Yeah.
But they put it in his hand a lot.
But you see what can happen, like last year's Bucs on a playoff run, whenever you have a running back that you could hand it off to, like it could change the game for you and really help your dynamic on offense. Now, I'll go defense. I'll just simply go defense then as my number 2. Maybe I'll pedal back to Allaire on my 3. I got to think about that a little bit because I was just gonna go Hill, Kelce,
same,
and then defense. But defense, I don't think they are above reproach. But the way they've been turning the ball over, these past 6 or 7 games, because offenses have had success. Like I've seen Dallas. You know what? Actually, no, they stiffed Dallas a little bit, but they turned the ball over for Dallas. I think it was multiple times. Same thing with the Broncos. Broncos were moving the ball.
Yeah.
Like Javonte Williams was having a lot of success in the running game. And then we saw what the Chargers did last week. They just pounded the Raiders, though. I mean, they had their numbers.
But they started out fast. You had the turnover the first play for a fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Yeah, game flow on those ones.
You come back and score 3 times before you know it's 3 scores to zip. It was kind of like this Bengals game we played and the Browns game. The two that kind of got out of hand for us. When you when they score like that early on, man, it can avalanche on you,
So I'll give credit to their defense because they really started to step up.
Yeah,
I think it was the Packers game that you really started to notice it. Now they were playing Jordan Love, but still, their defense was good. And Packers were making stupid mistakes, so they maybe even should have won that game with Jordan Love. Almost like our defense in a way, just from the standpoint of like I've watched Denver move the ball on them, but they got timely turnovers. Yeah, and I think that's more on Denver kind of killing themselves, but at the same time, with us and our defense, we're letting up huge numbers against the Vikings. Like, they're a better version of it, obviously, but we let up huge numbers against the Vikings. We let up big numbers against the Chargers, but when it came to the second half, some of those turnovers, you do got to give credit to the defense. I just think the Chiefs have been a better version of that over these past, probably 8 weeks, 6, 7, 8 weeks.
Yeah. All right. Last thing I like.
Go for it.
Not the last, but the last one that I'll list. I like their 3 individual pass rushers. Frank Clark, Chris Jones,
Melvin
Ingram. I do. But I only like them in obvious passing situations, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because I see Ingram getting blown off the ball sometimes.
When it's gotta have it passing situation, they can just pin their ears back. That Chargers game in the second half, that Raiders game, it's tough to block those guys where you're talking about having 2 guys that can get off the edge, 1 guy in the middle. Very similar to what we have here when you talk about your TJ, Highsmith, and Cam approach. You got a stud in the middle, you got a stud on the outside, and you got another guy that can win. It just creates havoc, but it's got to have it passing situations. Like you said, when you make them have to play honest, when you make them have to play run, play action, pass, stuff like that, nowhere near as effective. But when they can just pin their ears back and just rush, they are a handful to deal with, man. Yeah.
See, I don't mind Hilaire. I'm thinking about putting him in my 3 spot. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to say Andy Reid.
I was going to say, you can always go to coach, man.
Yeah, I think Andy Reid.
The enemy, whichever one you want to go with.
Yeah, for sure. Just the whole coaching staff, the continuity.
Sorensen, man.
No, hell no. He had that pick against the Broncos. He's celebrating going in the end zone. It's like, bro, that's your one good play all year. And Teddy threw it right to you, man. Like, come on. Give me a break with that. No, yeah, Andy Reid, their coaching staff, the continuity, that's, I would say, a big part of why they were able to turn the season around, because you got to have belief in that whenever you're kind of treading water. Were they 4-4 at one point? It felt like it was worse than that, the way the media was talking about them. Yeah. But yeah, Andy Reid, obviously, he's a top 3 coach in the league. Bieniemy, a good offensive coordinator. I don't even know who they have on defense. Is it Spagnuolo still or no?
Yeah, he's out there.
Is it still? Yeah, but I guess you got to give him credit too for the defense and how they've played over the past however many weeks. So yeah, definitely coaching staff.
I like it. All right, so I got 2 minutes before we shift to the things that we don't like, because I want to start that at 50, ended around about 58 like we just did. Perfect. Average right on schedule. But I wanted to read off some of what the people were saying that they liked.
See, Donald Copeland, with you bringing up Melvin and making that point where in obvious passing situations, because he's saying in all caps, run the ball at Melvin.
Yeah. Caleb Cole, 3 things he likes: Patrick Mahomes, Melvin Ingram, revenge game, and their speed on offense. Wow. He's highlighting the revenge game for Melvin. He does have a favorable matchup, though, I guess.
We got one, too. Taco.
Yeah.
Do we have any more? Anyone on the Chiefs?
I don't know.
I think it's just Taco. Taco versus Melvin Ingram.
Who has the better matchup, though? Taco versus their tackles or Melvin versus our tackles?
Well, definitely Melvin.
Wow, you didn't even think about it. We said, well,
their tackles haven't been playing good, though.
Melvin.
They have not been playing good. Now, it's going to be more Highsmith and TJ Watt versus their tackles, though. Now, Taco, do a little something like he did last week. Get a tip pass. That was nice. Yeah, exactly. He has that height. He has that athleticism. So you never know.
Alrighty. Couple other things I'm seeing a lot of Andy Reid in terms of what people like. They said the atmosphere as well in terms of the Arrowhead Stadium. It is crazy out there for a fact. All right. Well, let's transition to the things that we do not like about this Kansas City Chiefs team.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go with the easy one. I am not a fan of how their O-line is currently playing. Since obviously last year they've been changing it and they've made some improvements and upgrades from the group that was out there in the playoffs. More importantly, the Super Bowl, right? Because it wasn't even the whole playoffs. It was just the Super Bowl.
Their line wasn't that bad.
It was not that bad. It was really the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was where they had the whole 4 new different guys out there. Don't fall for that narrative. Otherwise, if the group that played in the Super Bowl was the group all year, they weren't making it to that Super Bowl with that unit right there. So it is a new unit. It's an upgraded unit, but right now they're just not playing good, like consistently good. They have moments, but especially on the edge of that line, their tackles, man, those guys get beat a lot. And Mahomes either gets rid of the ball or he just moves up in the pocket. You watch Bosa in that Chargers game, man, Bosa is cooking their tackle, cooking him. But every time it's like Mahomes just knows how to step a little bit this way, step up a little bit, get rid of it a little bit, screen to that side, misdirection stuff. They're going to do a lot to protect those guys. A ton of chipping as well on premier pass rushers like that. I mean, that's what they do with their tight ends, running backs to protect those tackles because, they're not playing very well right now. So that's why I got their offensive tackles, especially for me.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I don't really know if I have anything else to add to that outside of, you watched the game. Mm-hmm. And Mahomes is making some plays, man.
He is, though. He is, bro.
But that's Mahomes.
Legs and arms. He's definitely making plays, man.
And, it puts pressure on the defense because you think you got him and he's escaping the pocket and he's able to gash you for a 15-yarder, 20-yarder, whatever it is. Because it does feel like their offense is very much predicated on getting the ball out quick.
Mm-hmm. It is.
They're throwing it out to the flats. They're doing little screen passes. But when they do try to drop back and maybe either that's not open or they're looking for something deeper, it's Mahomes making it plays by his legs and almost getting the guy open. So, I'm with you. Offensive line, I think if we can stop their run, man, and put them in some of these passing situations, TJ and Highsmith can have a day. Yeah,
I definitely feel like they should be able to.
Because there are times Mahomes does make some of that magic happen, but there's other times either dudes aren't open or he can't escape the pocket.
Yeah.
That's been way more frequent this year than in the past.
And if he can't escape it earlier in the season, that's when he would do the just crazy forcing the ball and have a lot of the turnover issues.
Yeah, he's not doing that now.
He's calmed that down, but hopefully he'll keep calming that down. Actually, no, hopefully he'll go back to that because we don't want him to calm that down. That makes them better when he calms it down. Which brings us to my next point, ball security.
Yep.
Got to talk ball security, man, because they turn the ball over a lot. Not just interception, right? We talked about that and don't think it's Mahomes and only Mahomes. As you've talked about, it's been some drops. There's been some just terrible, stupid decisions that he's made as well. But they've also been having some fumbles as well, man. They will put that ball on the ground. And that's the part when I watch them on tape, I get optimistic and excited because I say to myself, we have been able to create turnovers. If we create turnovers and protect the ball, it changes the dynamic of this game a lot, man.
Because that's how I felt like. Because the games that I watched, it was Cowboys, the Broncos, and then it was the Chargers. Yeah. For the Cowboys and Broncos, that's how I felt like the game got a little bit out of hand because of their turnovers. Because if it wasn't for that, they would have been right in it. Would the Chiefs have been up most of the game? Still, maybe, because who knows what the game flow looks like. But maybe instead of being a 2-score game and you having the ball with the final drive, it's a 1-score game. It's only a field goal, and then you're able to pull it off. Yeah. So that's the big thing, and that's what I was thinking too coming into this podcast. For them, they have high turnovers. They're 28th in the league right now. Over the last 6 games, they have cleaned it up a little bit because it's only been 6. But, man, that's the difference maker. If we could turn them over, get them multiple turnovers, and then we protect the ball, that's a huge difference. Yeah, and we've been doing that. But that's the thing. We've been doing that. We've been protecting the ball on offense. So that's why I like this matchup.
Yeah, if we do that, man, it is not as crazy as people making it sound. But we have to do that. We have to turn them over. And like I said, you have to protect that ball because they do create turnovers. You watch them defensively. It's weird because I don't necessarily like their defense. Like, play in and play out, but I feel like they just get timely stops.
Yep.
Yeah. Which brings me to my third point. I don't like their defense, but they get timely stops. So y'all take that how y'all want to take it. Like I said, I do think we'll be able to move the ball on them. I personally think you can run the ball on them.
Javonte Williams, man.
I would say I feel like you could, and I feel like we should be.
What's our run blocking gonna look like?
That's the question, right? Dotson, I know he practiced yesterday, so we will see if he has a Bud Dupree-like return now that the team has officially opened up his window to return as well. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I feel like we should be able to run the ball. We should be able to. Teams move the ball on them. You can run, you can throw on them, but the problem is, like I said, at times their pass rushers can create a little bit of pressure.
Yep.
Tyrann Mathieu does a great job in terms of just having a natural knack for the ball. And I also like Bolton. I like his game, but obviously he's on the COVID list as well right now.
Yeah, he's been pretty good.
He has been, but he's on the list. So it's like,
over 100 tackles this season? He's been pretty solid for them.
Yep.
So I agree with you on that because I even mentioned, because I said the defense is something I like, but I also mentioned all those caveats. So I'm with you there. It kind of goes hand in hand with the turnovers. I was just going to say, like, their receivers outside of Tyreek Hill, I don't really like that much. And we kind of hinted at it throughout.
So you don't like Josh Gordon?
I do, actually. I would actually like to trade for him.
He ain't available, though.
It doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not really featuring him. I don't know what the deal is with him.
No. I think he's out with is he on the COVID list as well, right?
Yeah, but his stats this year are not good.
But he just got there. They threw him a touchdown pass last week. Yeah, versus the Chargers, he had the one on the goal line. Yeah,
but I think he only has like 29 yards on the year or something.
How many games he played in though? How many games? I don't think he's played in that many.
I'm saying over under 5. I'm saying under. I'm gonna say he played 4. You find it? Looks like 5. Is it 5
total? Yeah, 5 total.
Does he only have like 29 yards?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think. So
if he were to step up,
play against? No, he played against them because I saw the touchdown. Yeah, it wasn't popping up the stats from it though.
Well, listen, if he was their wide receiver too, and they featured him more, I'd like him better because I wasn't a fan of the signing at that point because I was pissed off that we didn't try to get him. But no, outside of him, you got Pringle. You got
no. They're saying he's played in 9 games, but I don't know if he's actually like played. Like if he's dressed, then technically he's like out there. But if he's not on the field, then it's like you're not really playing.
Yeah, you got Pringle, Hardman, Robinson.
Yeah,
these dudes drop the ball. I mean, they're solid, but as I mentioned earlier, I think it's more Mahomes kind of making plays. Like you could throw a bunch of receivers out there if you could just catch it. If you could just get open. Things are going to go right for you. You're going to put up some stats. Like Hardman's got like 500 yards. He's actually been, I think, you could probably ask Chiefs fans. He's
electric, though. I like
him. He's probably been a disappointment for them, though, because whenever he came out, he had a really hot rookie season. And you were thinking he was going to be like Tyreek Hill Jr. It just really hasn't culminated that way. So, my 3 is a combination of defense. I think things can be had with them, but then also the drops at the receiver position. Just the receiver depth outside of Tyreek Hill. I like Josh Gordon. I do like Josh Gordon, but no, they ain't using him like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of it is Josh Gordon's fault, though. I don't know if he's up to speed. Who knows? Yeah. It's just a shame how his career played out. It's like Martavis Bryant type of stuff.
Yeah. But more optimistic, though, because at least he has returned multiple times, whereas with Tay, he's still waiting on that return. It happened, though.
Well, what? This is good timing. Read the comments. We got like 2 minutes.
Come on, man. You think it's my first rodeo, baby? Come on.
That was pretty good timing, boss.
We're going to get TG on the line, and then when we off the line, that's when we'll come back, and then we'll talk strengths, or not strengths and weaknesses. We'll go through and do position
player
groups.
breakdowns.
Yeah, player breakdowns, and then from there, we proceed with today's festivities, man. But I am excited. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So, yeah, if you see any in the chat, you go ahead and take those.
Rod Dahl is saying Josh Gordon practiced yesterday. Thought they put him on the list, but he might be back for them. Donald Copeland. He says, definitely don't want Spillane over, especially Hurt Spillane. He's terrible. I'm just trying to get through these comments. I'm reading random stuff because people are just having conversations in here.
I do see one super.
Eric Wilson says, make Mahomes uncomfortable, so this goes back to the offensive line, and we will be fine.
Yeah, let me read off this super real quick. Even though I feel like we're going to probably talk about this afterwards, but no, it was perfect. So Trevor Hamilton says, Stephen A., Keyshawn Johnson, Chris Sims all don't have TJ Watt as Defensive Player of the Year frontrunner. Not even a mention. They say Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, and Aaron Donald.
They don't watch football.
Chris says TJ isn't as impactful as them. What are our thoughts? TJ getting robbed again. Watch. Don't worry, because we're actually going to talk to TG about some of this as well.
Okay.
So it'll be good. So I'm actually glad that you brought that up, Trevor. So I'm going to get TG on the phone now. And yeah, I'll bring that up to him, man.
All right, cool.
And we can have an organic conversation with the whole
So what you're calling him?
Yes, sir. Come on now. You know that's the way I like to do it. Stress-free on the last show before Christmas.
I'll read off just some more comments as you're getting that together then.
Yeah.
Ooh, Donald Copeland saying DJ needs the ball in his hands. Featured Deontay Johnson this week. Now, this will be interesting with their cornerback scenario. If they're missing Snead and Ward this game.
But I'm calling right now, though, so I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, man. Get your headphones on, man. We're gonna get to that, though. We definitely gonna get to that, though. Because DJ is a matchup nightmare for them. 1,000%. Let's call him real quick. I see you, Freddie G. Locker mate. Is this the locker mate? Is this my dog over there, man?
Man, this the locker mate. This my locker mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Terence Garvin, a.k.a. TG, a.k.a. my locker mate right here in Pittsburgh on the line. How we living, man?
I'm feeling good, man. I forever say I seen the original days, man. I seen the Moats days.
Let's get it. Hey, but you know, I had my first question I wanted to ask you, but when you brought that up, original days, it brought me back to thinking about the original Killer Bees.
Oh no,
L Bell, AB.
Wow.
They're reunited. They said they just switched out the lead singer. Okay.
They just needed it. Come on, you know the Temptations left. The Temptations went and made a new Temptations at a time.
So how you feeling about that though? How you feeling about L Bell down there in Tampa, man?
I like it. You know, I don't think they super need a runner. I know Fournette just got hurt.
Yeah.
So I know they need somebody to kind of play that role. I know they got Rojo in there. Rojo's a dog. Rojo's a dog. So I expect to see Rojo really get touches. But I think Le'Veon's going to come play that Shady McCoy kind of role where he gets touches. He's in there. But at the same time, you know, when Fournette come back, I think he'll kind of be somebody that's just he's needed. The emergency.
Got you.
The ride the pine for a ring kind of role.
He said ride the pine for a ring.
L Bell finds the end zone, though. Say whatever you want. L Bell knows how to find that end zone.
Well, and we did see that this year in Baltimore with him, man. He did find the end zone multiple times there.
He knows how to find the end zone. And don't take that as an easy thing. Like, you got that 1 or 3 yard line, he knows how to score. You call it whatever you want to call it.
Now, bringing it back to Pittsburgh here, obviously the Steelers get a tough win against the Titans. What was your thoughts, though, man, watching that game, man, as a whole? Are you optimistic out of it, man? What you feeling?
I thought it was a good win for them. I thought they played the whole game. At the end of the day, it's a 4-quarter game, and I thought they played the whole game. Whether it wasn't a great start, whether it wasn't, they finished great. I thought the Titans played a good game, but they didn't finish the game. And I thought the Steelers finished the game. So I thought it was a good win. It's a momentum win. And no matter what you call it, the Steelers got a shot to make the playoffs. They right there. So it's going to get crazy these next couple of weeks. So to see how this thing finish up is going to get crazy.
Getting hot in the AFC North kitchen, baby.
It's like 10 teams fighting for those 7 slots.
Seriously.
Like it's about to be 6 slots. 6 slots, I'm sorry. But it's 10 teams, and they're all right there. It's like a game apart. I've seen something where the Browns went from possibly first in the North to 12th overall. Like, it's crazy.
What's crazy, too, is, like, the Patriots and Chiefs aren't even, like, locked in, and they kind of got, like, low-key tough schedules.
The Bills are in a dogfight up there.
They legit are right now. It's crazy.
The Bills are in a dogfight. Like, they got every game counts. That AFC is tight. I mean, everywhere is tight, though. The AFC is literally a game apart from you being at home.
100%. Now, we're seeing some people in the chat bringing up that on ESPN, some of the analysts don't have TJ Watt as their top guy for Defensive Player of the Year. Where do you stand on TJ in that award and maybe some of the other guys that are in the mix?
I got TJ personally number 2.
You have TJ too?
Hold on. Hey, it got real it got real like windy or something over there, bro.
Hold on. I heard my dog. Can you hear me now?
I got you now. Yeah. But we didn't know if you was going on a run for a second. Boy, was like, man, what you got going on, man? Hey.
All right, that's my bad, man. But yeah, I got TJ at number 2 personally.
Ooh.
That might sound crazy.
Talk about it. Talk about it though.
This Deke has 10 interceptions.
I knew you would go there. I know. That's the DB in you. I can't stand it.
He has 10 interceptions. We haven't seen this in ever.
10 is freaky.
20-some years. I think.
That's crazy.
He has 10 interceptions. Like, that's amazing. That's amazing. I don't think people fathom how hard that really is to do. That's amazing. I understand what TJ's doing. He broke the Steelers sack record. That's great. Like, that's never been done. He just broke a record. It's amazing. But this dude has 10 interceptions. Like, that's amazing. That's you don't do that. Not in the NFL. Like, you don't do that.
Now, what do you think TJ has to do these last few games for him to take that top spot?
I think he get that record. Yeah, I think he needs that record.
Okay.
This man has a record for that. You're talking about a record.
Yeah.
So it's like he needs to go get a record himself. What do he need? 6 more, I think it is?
Yeah, because he's at 17 and a half right now. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs 6 more. If he go get 6 more, he gets the record. I think he got to break that record. I just think he got something like that. Because this man over here, 10 interceptions.
Now,
like
now, I know he got the 10, and the 10 is filthy. I'm with you on that. What are your thoughts, though, on Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons, though? Because Parsons is a guy that obviously is getting a lot of attention.
Parsons.
I love him, too.
No, I love
bro.
Micah
You
Parsons.
talk about a dude play inside, outside, rush the passer. Yeah, he like that. He like that.
He might be my favorite player in the league right
now. Bro,
I love Micah Parsons.
He is like
I don't think he gets the award, though. He's young.
Yeah.
But he's a rookie.
But he's nice, though. And he's getting hype playing in Dallas. He's getting hype.
I think if he stayed at one position all year, I think he's in the talk because I think his numbers would have been a little bit louder. I think the fact his numbers are spread out in a sense, he's a jack of all trades a little bit right now. He's not there. But I think he's having a great year. I think he's defensive rookie of the year. Garrett is he's like that 4th person. You know how you got to bring 4 to the Heisman.
He get an invite just off of that.
That other person that's there. He's CJ Stroud this year. Like, he's just there. But I think the race is between Diggs and Watt. That's the race. You feel me? Those are 1 and 2. I think then 10 receptions, that's a lot.
Hey, and I will say,
I think they're winning up there too. I think it's gonna come down to that a little bit too. Makes these playoffs, just different things like that. If Pitt can get in, they can finish hot. I think that'll help his race. But I think Diggs is gonna win that. He's on the Cowboys too. Don't discredit that. That counts too.
America, yeah, they gonna keep pumping that America's team.
You got to come back to Jerry. You got to come talk to Jerry again.
No question. Now, I will say this. Since I do share a show with the Pitt Panther, I am glad when you were naming, who shouldn't have been invited to the Heisman and all that other stuff, you didn't throw a Kenny Pickett in there. You was like CJ Stroud. So I appreciate you doing that. It make my life a little bit easier. You feel me? My only problem with me was the fake slide.
Oh, the fake slide killed me. I've gotten so many arguments.
It was dope, though.
You cannot have that in football.
Yeah,
you can never have that in football. Did you just see what happened to Justin Fields?
Exactly. That and that's the retaliation. That's the okay. If you gonna fake or if I double think it, I'm gonna hit you.
If you gonna let people fake slide, you gotta let people get their head took off on the slide. Like, I don't mean to say it like that, but you can't tell a player to stop playing. And you just can't do it. I just hated the fake slide. It bothered me to the core. Like, it truly just.
Well, we're with you. We both agreed that they should make that a rule, which they did. The following week, they called it the Kenny Pickett rule.
Like 12 hours later. Like, it didn't take 24. It took 12 hours. Like,
can't you just appreciate the great play though? I mean, that was kind of cool. It was kind of cool.
I hated the play. I hated the play.
For the ACC championship.
I wish they would have stopped it right there and had an inadvertent whistle. like I hated the play. You know
My
what I mean?
man said throw the inverted whistle on him. Yo,
the
that
inverted
is
whistle.
crazy.
They should have went back and reviewed it and brought it back at the moment. Like, we can't have that. But I like Pickett. I'm seeing a lot of stuff into the Steelers. That would be pretty for him.
Well, yeah. What do you think of Pickett as a prospect? Because there is a lot of buzz about Pickett. Where's he going to go in the draft? Where do you feel? Because one mock draft had him going 12. Do you think he goes higher than that?
It's a defensive draft this year. It's a lot of defensive. It's not a super draft this year either. You know, it's not a super. Not to discredit the draft at all, but it's not QB heavy. You know, it's not just super QB heavy. So I think I'd like to see where that boy from Alabama go. It just depends on team needs too. But yeah, I think Pittsburgh. He lands at Pittsburgh. That'd be a great spot for him. He probably could stay the same place he live at. He could do everything like same route he take to get to practice every day. It's the same building. Like, it would probably be good. James Conner situation.
Facts.
Yeah, those always seem like a good thing. I think the city already supports him. So I think in the back office that kind of would play a part. Like, he already has the love of the city. He don't have to redo what he know. He know what he know. So I think that'll work. You get a mobile quarterback, somebody the team alike, to the city of love. Yeah, you got to have somebody that can.
You know what? I think it's time for the hot question of the day. TG,
talk to me.
I want you to become Kevin Colbert for a second.
Okay.
Put on Mr. Kevin Colbert. You know.
Hat on.
You got the hat on. Okay.
I got the hat on.
You got your polo too. Like, he got that polo. I see you over there. Okay.
I got my polo.
It's decision time.
Okay. Talk to me. What are we doing? What do we have to do? I'm on the board.
You know what I mean? We clearly we have our current quarterback in Ben Roethlisberger, but you got to make a decision on him.
Bring him back.
Yeah.
You either bringing him back or you letting him go. Or you bringing in Kenny, or how you feel about Kenny Pickett coming in here with that? You know what I mean? Like, would you rather have Ben return and still be the guy? Or are you interested in the Kenny Pickett 2022 season audition?
No, this is it. This is the tour. This is the tour.
Last ride? Last ride?
Yeah, that's why he went and sat in the tunnel. You seen the interview a couple weeks ago. Yeah, you seen him get emotional in the interview a couple weeks ago.
I thought he was just praying. I think he was praying.
This is the last dance.
Let's go.
I'm sorry. Respect. This is it.
Hey, he said
this is
the victory lap, man. He just spin the block one time on this.
This is it. This is Usain's last race. This is it. This is the last. He noticed it.
Oh,
you know
man.
We know it. This is it. We thank you. In 7, they should give him one of them, them 7, one of them videos, tribute.
Said the video. Every stadium he plays. Every video he plays in. Yeah, just all his highlights just play.
Thank you, 7. Like, he should get one of those. This is it.
You just hurt my co-host, bro. You hurt Deke, man.
He knows it.
No. We draft some offensive line. We draft some offensive line.
That was his last 1:00 game at Heinz Field, I think.
What'd he say?
He said that was his last 1:00 game
at
Heinz Field.
That was the last 1:00 game. This is it. I'm giving you facts. This is it, man. We going young. That offensive coordinator is going to take over. Offensive coordinator going to call every play. We're going to start this thing over. We're going to hand it to 22. Come on. This is it. Like, it's a new guy coming in there next year.
Oh, wow.
This is it.
Hey.
This is it.
Straight like that, man. You heard what the man said, man.
I'm not liking that.
It makes sense. It makes sense. You have to move on at some time.
Yeah.
At some time you have to move on. It looks like if you can get a guy, then this is the time. Yeah. I don't think Ben's wanting to do a successor situation to where his guy is just totally right behind him. I don't think that seems like it's truly never worked.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is it. I think you're just going to move on. You're going to take that money. You're going to reinvest it into the defense a little bit more. You're going to get a young quarterback. You're going to start this thing over. Keep it rolling. You don't even really have to start over. Let me not say start over, because it's a lot of nice pieces in there. You're just going to keep growing what you got. You're going to put a little bit more in that defense. You might give TJ another a Robin per se. Go get another one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you just gonna keep on coming, keep riding. But this is it. This is it. This is it. This is it.
I'm not feeling that. We transition to college real quick, though.
He said, "I don't even want to talk NFL anymore."
Man,
because it's been a while since you were on, and there's been a lot of things that have happened. Kenny Pickett, Heisman finalist, Pitt ACC championship. West Virginia,
big talk.
6-6. Now, Moats, did you put any money on some of those picks that TG was talking about? Did you lose any money off those?
Listen, man. My man is attacking your university now.
Well, listen.
Let me ask this. Respect. West Virginia, we finished 6-6. We're going bowling.
Minnesota.
Same as you was going bowling.
Yeah.
Who does Pitt play in the bowl game?
Michigan State.
Michigan State.
Number 8. Yeah, 8 versus 12.
They might
kind of
lose by 30 out there. Ooh. They might get beat by. They lost.
Pickett ain't playing.
If y'all listen to all the betting people in the world, do not put your money on Pitt in this ball game. Be smart. They just lost their quarterback. He done opted out.
Coordinator gone.
Coordinator gone. Yeah. You going against a mean Michigan State? A coach just got paid. Man. He might beat you by 30. He might not stop. He might not stop over there. You know that Michigan State, they still making an argument that they should have been one of the ones.
They do feel that. They do feel like they should have been.
He might run it up on you, like make a statement and come in there after the game and be like, y'all should have put me in the playoff. He might run it up on 30 by 30 on you. Seriously.
Listen, we got what we needed. We got the ACC championship, and shout out to Kenny Pickett because, this was probably the best season for Pitt in the last 20 years or
this
something.
This is the best season Pitt ever had, probably, huh?
No, we got 9 national championships.
Oh man. What was that, back in the 70s?
Oh, Lord.
When was that? Who was here? Like, when was that? That was back in the 70s, bro. That was before
y'all play on this football. Right. Like, y'all play on this football field. Y'all play on that football field. Those do not count.
That's like when the forward pass was just getting started.
Let's not discount tradition out here.
Throw the ball back then. Like, since we played football, no, it hasn't been that. It hasn't been.
Well, how about this one, though? On a little bit more serious note, Pitt did get a new quarterback announced yesterday. He's transferring USC. Gadon Slovin, I think I pronounced that right.
Is he coming to Pitt?
Yeah, it's official. Yesterday.
It's official.
So you'll be seeing him game 1 next year, Heinz Field, backyard brawl. You have any take on him at all coming to Pitt?
We just got a transfer from Clemson. We got that defense coming back next year. We growing up a lot. We had a great signing day. We had a great signing day in Morgantown. A lot of good times, a lot of good players coming in there. We got a nice quarterback on the way too, by the way. And our quarterback from this year is coming back next year. Don't get it twisted.
Okay.
We have no fear.
Talk to him.
This thing in Morgantown's heating back every day. Trust the climb. Trust the climb. You know what I mean? Salute Coach Brown. Trust the climb. This thing's coming. You feel me? This thing's heating up every day. So no, don't get too excited. It's at Heinz Field. Either way, and it's a rivalry game. You know what West V does in rivalry games at Heinz Field, bro. You're a real fanatic. You know. You feel me? Dang. We're on the West. Like, you got me turned up. We're on the West.
I've been losing my memory.
I hope we come out in the combat uniforms that we came as last time.
Dude, we had Cincinnati as our quarterback. That's different. We got this Slovis dude now. Freshman of the year back in 2017 in the Pac-12.
Nice,
he's going to tear it up.
Jordan, he was supposed to be a first-round draft pick.
Yeah, he was nice.
I don't know who's going to cover Jordan Addison, the best receiver in college football. He's back.
But let's really talk about it. You're a Heisman front runner, and the next year you're transferring. Like, what are we really talking about? Like, we got to see what that is.
It's the USC program.
He said he likes the location. He's
big
on location. He said Pitt is a better location
than
LA. Less traffic. Way less traffic.
Now, less traffic.
Yeah.
You got the guru coming there. You can't get the guru 1 year and go back to that. You a first-round draft pick projected. And I'm not knocking his grade. Coming.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking his grade, but he's leaving for a reason. Let's really look at it. Let's figure out who he's going to be. And then we'll see. You got us first game, so we might break your heart. You might turn on them game 1. I don't want to be on this radio show next year and you turn on them like, man, we got this. No, I want you to have this same speech you just gave me, like, we got the transfer coming. I need that.
We believe in them. We believe.
Okay. I want you to keep believing. Like, we beat good teams. We beat Virginia Tech this year. You know what I mean? We beat those type teams.
I'm seeing a loss to Texas Tech though.
Yeah, but you see us beat Texas though. But
I
you
lost
should
to
beat
Kansas
Texas, though.
State. Oh, that one hurts.
Oh man, but then we gonna beat Kansas.
I
Like
lost
Kansas
to Maryland
beat
week
Texas.
1.
Like
It doesn't seem like you got to show up week 1.
I'm
Ooh.
just saying.
He said we
We
got
gonna
you at the
show
right
some
time. He got him at the
Show
right
me-
time.
Show me the Pitt West Virginia rivalry stats. We show up for that. We
Oh
show up
man,
for that. You feel me?
I like it.
I
I don't know.
like
I'm right off the bat. Maybe I'll do some research on that though later.
Hey,
Hey, Moats, let me ask you a question.
what's up? What's up?
How do you feel about players opting out? I just got in this argument.
Yeah.
I believe if you're a first 3-rounder,
Mhm.
you should not play in the bowl game.
Yeah,
Do you agree with that?
unless it's the college football playoffs, 100%, man. There's no point because there's nothing that you're going to do to benefit you. You're not going to jump up and boost your stats or boost your draft stock that much by playing in a bowl game. Whereas if you go out there and play bad, you get hurt. Some of these teams, I mean, you talk about Kenny Pickett, he's not even going into a game with his coordinator. Why on earth would you play quarterback in a
There's
game
no
without your
reason
quarterback?
you
Like,
would
it's
go out
zero reason. Like I said, unless
Right.
it's the college football playoffs and you're playing for a natty, yeah, I'm with you. If you wanted them I say top 2 rounds because that third round, it's a little iffy in that third round. You can have a third round grade, still
Well, you
be.
got drafted.
But that's what I'm saying. But speaking from experience, they hit me with you got the third round grade, and I went 6th round. So that's all I'm saying. Like that third round still could get iffy.
Okay.
But I'm with you though, bro. Like the bowl game, man, it's different now than how it was back 10 years ago. I just think it held more like reverence. It meant more to playing bowl games and win these bowl games. You think about your Boise State plays. You think about, UCF and some of
Right.
those other smaller schools
Right.
what they were able to do. It had a
Right.
lot more significance. Whereas now, just because of, I think, how the face of college football is and how it's transitioning a little bit, the bowl
It
games
doesn't matter.
they don't feel the same right now. If you're not in the
Right.
playoffs, no one really cares about these bowl games anymore.
Right. It's different.
Now, if
I
you
do
talk
think-
about expanding the playoffs, now
that needs to
that's
happen.
something I want to get behind.
At least 8 teams.
6
yeah.
teams at most.
Yes, I would really like to expand it.
6 at most. Can't do
You
8.
said
Can't
6?
do 10.
Wait, why
Why
not the
can't you,
conference
though?
champion
Why can't
winners
you?
and
Seriously.
then 4 at large or 3 or 4 at larges?
That's too many games.
How you figure? You getting ready for the NFL anyways? Get ready. Your
And
rosters
you gonna
are
put
big
these
enough.
boys to an NFL season? How
But
many
it's
games
not
is that?
though. Think about what you
I
got.
think it's
What?
one more game. Would it be one more game? And
It's
that's
gotta
if
be
you keep
2 or
winning.
3 more games to do that.
Well, no. If you did, so say we expanded it to 8 or 10, how we want to do it, but you give a bye to say your top 4 seeds, right? Or your top 2 seeds get a bye. Then from there, you can still make it where it's an additional maybe 2 to 3 games max.
That's a lot. 3 more games is a lot of football. That's a lot. That's
Is
a
it
lot.
though?
These
Is
aren't-
it though?
I think it's only if you really keep winning. You
Right.
have the extra games.
These aren't
And it'd be worth it.
professional. Like I understand, but it's still like that's a lot of football. Talking about 15 games, then you're talking about then these boys go to a senior bowl, then these boys go to a like you're killing kids.
Yeah.
That rookie wall is gonna be crazy if you take boys 15 games.
All right, I didn't
That's
think about
gonna-
that part. I did not think
That's
about
gonna
that
be
part.
crazy.
You thinking
You're
about
gonna
the
take-
transition to the NFL.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
that's a
more
lot of
so
football.
just at the collegiate level because we know all them dudes aren't going to the league, but you do bring up a good
I
point
do
about
feel
that
that.
part.
I don't know. I just think that's a lot of football, even for the college. That's a lot of football. Like you add 3 more games to a college schedule. Alabama done already played 11 dog fights.
Yeah,
Now you got 3 more. That just starts to get into that talk of the conferences now.
got you.
Now you're having different talks. Like it's just I don't know.
These
That's
dudes
tough.
getting paid now, though.
They are.
Now, it's
That's
not
it.
necessarily directly connected to NCAA or their teams,
Right,
but
right.
still.
Said y'all
It's
getting
coaching.
compensated. Y'all be all right. You can play one more.
Yeah, a
That's
little
tough.
commercial
That's tough.
during bowl week. Get you paid a little extra.
Maybe 2 more games, maybe, and that's a long maybe.
Yeah.
The second has to be the national championship.
Nah, I got what
But-
you're saying though. I ain't like I said, I didn't think about that part, the NFL part, that quick turnaround part too. I mean, you think about winter
Sure,
workout,
sure.
spring ball, all of that stuff as
Yeah,
well.
like-
That could be
Trying
a
to
lot.
squeeze stuff together. That's
That
a
could
lot.
definitely be a
You're talking
lot.
about a lot of football, and these
Yeah.
boys are still taking finals. Like
True.
like I don't mean to be like that. You still got to go to school like
Oh,
during
yeah.
this time. Like it's just a lot.
Yeah. Now you bring up some good points, man. But shoot, before we let you go, I do gotta have you. I gotta put your feet to the fire right here, baby. All right.
Talk to me.
Big game this weekend. Pittsburgh got to get it done in Kansas City. I want to know
Yeah.
from you: do they get it done, and can we get a score prediction as well?
When do we play the game? When's the game going to be played?
Game what should be Sunday. Now it
That's
might
what I'm
move,
really
right?
trying to see.
Is it gonna?
We gonna play?
We just were talking about this. What we called you. We said they might low key move it, depending on if more, especially on the Chiefs side, because they're sitting I think 13 players right now on the COVID list.
With the COVID or
yeah,
if
they add another 3 more, we can see them move it. We can definitely see them move it.
We need to see who's gonna play in the game. We need to see who's gonna do what.
Yeah.
You see that? Like, I think it's a very win game this week. I think if Pitt can, Pitt just gotta win out. Like we're all what? Like we're all on that 7-7, that 7-6. Like we're all at that number of like every game counts.
Every game counts.
Cleveland 7-7 now.
Baltimore 8-6. Cincinnati 8-6. I mean, everybody's 1 or half a game away from each other right now.
So I think it's so sick. I think they have to win. I think they have to get a 24-21 win. I think you got to stop that off. You know, I think it's about slowing that offense down. And I think if he can come in there pretty healthy, he can slow that offense down, especially if they're beat up with this COVID. That means they're not practicing this week. That means just different stuff like that. You don't see those nuances. Your win might not be as good this week. Different stuff like that. But that Kansas City team's hot right now. What they won 6-7 straight.
7, I think 7 in a row right now. Yeah,
that's a hot team right now. So, man, if they win, it's gonna be a 35-28 type win. I don't know if Pitt scores that many points offensively. Like they're not super like that. So it's not just the ideal game for them. It's not a trap game. I wouldn't call it a trap game. I wouldn't call it none of that. I just think this is a tough. This is that you got to try to win. That one you got to steal. Like this is that tough win. But I mean, my score prediction, if Pitt can win this, is going to be a 35-28 type win. That's my score prediction. But I'm saying it's a tough win. You're going against,
especially if they get the full gamut. If they got the full gamut, that's a dogfight. Yeah.
If you got to see the whole team, that's a tough team. Like them boys. Yeah. Them boys is fast. They got a lot of offense. The tight end right now, he's hot. He just had that game walk-off winner.
191 on him, 10 catches,
That's tough. Like, them boys is hot. They clicking, and their weapons are, in a sense, Pittsburgh's weaknesses.
Tight end and a speedy all-world receiver.
You got a big arm receiver. He want to go deep.
Yeah.
Like, those aren't exactly – like, I really believe Pitt would beat Tennessee. I thought the matchup was perfect for them. Even though it was what it was, like, there's no Derrick Henry. I thought the matchup was perfect. They're not the best. They're not obviously the best against the run game, but I don't think Tennessee's just super committed to that run right now like they used to be. So I thought it was an ideal situation to steal one. I thought it was a good win. I think this is that tough matchup. This is that team that can spread you downfield. This is that team that can go to their third receiver and he'll hurt you. I think Pitt just got to be real healthy. They got to be on their P's and Q's. You need a healthy TJ. Like, I know he's pretty beat up. He just the ribs and all. Yeah. So it's like, you can come there and they can play ideally one of their better games and score some points. You just control the clock. Like, totally run the ball, commit to that run, control the clock. And they got to score in the red zones. You can't settle for 3. They got to score. So that's the whole thing. If they can get 35-ish, I think they win the game, but it'll be interesting. It'll be a good game.
Nah, I like that there. I like that. Well, T, definitely appreciate you, man, pulling up.
Hey, can I drop a nugget?
Oh, go ahead, give us something, man. What you got before you go? What you got? Drop that, man. What you got?
Michigan beating Georgia in this game. I got an upset coming in this playoff.
You calling that?
I think we're going to see Alabama.
Come on, son. Chill.
I said it.
Chill. You got Michigan beating them?
Yeah, I think Coach Harbaugh gets it done. That's a real coach.
Now he's a real coach. Did you just drop he's a real coach as well?
I did that. Come on. This is Harbaugh.
He said this is the year.
Going right. This is the year of Harbaugh. If you stay, you'll be a champion. That's the slogan right now. I think they get to the Natty.
Wow.
I think they get to the Natty. I said it here.
I'm low-key scared to ask what you think happens in the Natty if you got them just doing that to Georgia. I mean, because I know we rolling on them tides over here. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
I don't think you can give Nick Saban no time to truly prepare for you and go beat
Okay.
them. Like I think that's a tough day.
Yeah.
But I think the Rudy story is here. Like I think
Oh
we
God.
get to the match.
Say it's the year of the hardball. Shout
I
out to all
think
them
we
khaki
get to the
words out
bag.
there, man. Shout out to everybody that's out there wearing khakis right now. Hardball's honor. I'm sure they'll be happy. He'll be happy.
I think they get there. This is the year.
Yo, that's
This
a
the year.
Let's go.
Upset coming. Upset coming.
I like it, bro. I like it. Well, shoot, man. You know we're gonna do it again, man. We definitely gonna talk again. Appreciate you though, man. My dog.
All right, bro.
All right, bro. Take it easy.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Terence Garvin.
Always good talking to TJ.
Yes.
Man, that's gonna get hostile once we come around to next football season.
Very, very hostile.
Man.
Yeah. I was just sitting over here just enjoying the moment. I was just like, man, let me just watch. It's pretty cool, man.
We're
It's
taking some swings.
cool. Yeah, y'all definitely went at it. We good though.
So we got 30 minutes then, right?
Yeah, so we got 2 more supers, then we'll finish up the
Player
position
breakdowns.
Yeah. And we won't have to take a lot of time with that. We can, because we did obviously we're talking about a lot of that stuff in this as well, but we'll do our due diligence. All right, so first one I have is Andrew Shamori. All right, Andrew says he's been in the hospital for a week because of COVID. Man, we're definitely sorry to hear that, dude. Hope you are all
Praying
right.
for you.
He says, over the main parts of it, just trying to build my lungs back up and make them stronger. Keep up the good work. Now, Andrew, man, as a guy who's experienced some of those same things that you're referring to, yeah, man, take it one day at a time, player. One day at a time. We're going to keep bringing that content to you, all right? So that way you got extra to help you out while you're, locked up in the hospital on your recovery, unless you are already back home, which I hope you are. But either way, we're going to keep that coming, man. But definitely Godspeed on your recovery. All right.
Michael Brooks?
Yep.
Xavier Howard had 10 and didn't get burnt every game.
Oh, he's talking about the conversation about Diggs having 10.
Yeah, a lot of people are bringing up
yeah.
that Diggs a little inconsistent.
He definitely is. Yeah.
Let up some big plays
He
in
definitely
addition
is.
to those picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have Diggs in the top 3. I think DJ's the guy. I mean, I think he's benefited from some of these other guys not really performing. Diggs has, he got that extra pick to get it to 10, but I still think it's TJ. The thing that sucks with TJ is he hasn't got the consistent height because he's been in and out of the lineup. But when he's played, he's had some of these big games, big impact games too.
Yeah, 100% he definitely has, man.
Balls out in this Chiefs game, I think that's only going to help his case.
No, 100%.
Obviously. The analyzer. Hey, Deke, thank you. I forget what that's for. I don't know why. He said thank you.
7 something?
It's a question mark emoji?
No, it looks like a 7 down. There's like a paper, a 7, and
Oh, it doesn't pop up on my computer.
some type of sign. Yeah, I don't know what it is, though.
Let's go, UW. He says, Pitt is too scared to play out west, Deke. What's he talking
I
about?
don't know. Who picked on me want to go out? Oh, they talking about coming out to Wyoming? Yeah, y'all
Is
should
it
be
the
Wyoming,
bowl
right?
game? Well, I don't even know where the bowl game. No, it's the Peach Bowl. That's
Yeah.
down in
Georgia.
Georgia.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about. Pitt is too scared to play out
Y'all
west.
could beat
I guess he
Wyoming.
wants a
Yeah.
Wyoming matchup. That's what he's talking about.
Y'all should beat Wyoming, right?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
is that like a Western Michigan matchup?
Damn, dude.
You just never know. You never know. Just asking for a friend.
Damn. Owl Sauce. This is not a revenge game for Ingram. Rather, it's revenge for us on him. He didn't want to be in Pittsburgh, and we don't take hostages.
All right. I hope it works out just like that.
So is it going to be Dan Moore?
Yeah. Dan Moore putting the paws on.
Dan Moore and Chooks.
Yeah. Getting real aggressive with him one time. I like it. All right. So now let's get to the position breakdowns, man.
What do you want to start with?
Let's start on defense today.
All right.
Let's start defense. Yeah.
What's so funny?
Because, I like starting with the quarterbacks.
We can start with that.
Start with the quarterback of the defense, though. Let's start with the linebackers. We'll go inside linebackers first.
Ooh. What are we just saying everyone's healthy?
Let's just operate like everyone, because if there is a legitimate, like real legitimate case, they might move this game just because the sheer amount of people that are on it, and the game still has what? We're just at Wednesday right now, bro. So we know it could still have some more positives that could pop up between now and Sunday. So operate like everybody is available, and we'll do it like that. Yeah.
I'll lean them. So, yeah, we got to assume Bush is back for us.
Yeah.
Maybe Bush, Spillane, Schobert versus them with Bolton, Hitchens, and Gay.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, their linebackers are actually pretty solid. Bolton's having a good year. I
Yeah.
think Willie Gay helps in the run game. He's physical. Hitchens ain't bad either. So, yeah, I think their linebackers have actually been playing pretty decent this year.
No, they have, man. I like Bolton's game a lot, actually. I remember we was watching him when he was coming out. I thought, honestly, that he reminded me of a faster version of Sean Spence when he was here with us, obviously before the injury and stuff like that. But I definitely like his game. I think he has a natural nose for the ball. But yeah, I got to lean with them as well. They've just been more consistent. I do think that we potentially have the better talent if it grows into what it can become. And I'm talking about Devin Bush. But right now, he hasn't been playing up to that level. And even though he's coming off of a better performance, it still isn't to the level that we expect from him based off of, just who he is when he was drafted and his athletic ability, some of those things. So, yeah, I'm with you on that, man. Unfortunately, I do have to go with their, inside linebackers. All right. Outside linebackers, or in this case, it would be their
edge
DNs,
rushers.
their edge rushers, yeah.
So for them, are we considering Chris Jones, or are we saying him for
No,
D
Chris
tackle?
Jones is
Because
D tackle. So
they've been moving him inside
They have, but for
on
Chris
occasion
Jones,
he's outside.
Chris Jones at outside solely for run. But I say because he ain't doing anything else when he's on the outside. But when he's inside, that's his position. That's it's kind of when we put Cam Hayward, when we do our 4-3 look, we'll have Cam out there on the tight ends and sometimes on the tackles. That's all they're doing with that. So just think Frank Clark
and Ingram.
Ingram. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they got their backups with Okafor and Dana. So this is us. I think Clark's overrated. I mean, the contract that they gave him, man.
You think
his
Clark is
production,
overrated, though?
No, he's good. Dude, he has 2 sacks this year. I mean, I see him jumping off the line here and there, making some I don't want to say splash, but just making his presence known.
Right.
And Ingram, I mean, we see some good plays by him, but what does he have? 2 sacks total on the season, 2.5 sacks, something like that, versus Highsmith, who after the trade, I think Highsmith has outplayed Melvin Ingram. Okay. And you compare Frank Clark to TJ Watt, I don't even think it's close.
Oh. Yeah, because what is Highsmith sitting at what? How many sacks?
Yeah, he's like at 2 something. But like his tackles for loss, his QB hits are all higher than Melvin Ingram.
Yeah. Wait, we got TJ. So gotta go with us.
Yeah, definitely.
We got TJ. But I don't think that Frank Clark is necessarily like overrated. I do think he's a good player. I just tell you,
he's a good player, but
their defense is built to be playing with the lead. And at times this season, because of the turnovers, because of when the offense was struggling, that wasn't the case for them. Whereas now you look at them these past 2 weeks, they are playing at a way different level of like intensity and productivity. And that's the only thing like it, because I'm trying to think, they both, I want to say they got sacks, both of those guys in terms of Ingram and Clark the past 2 games right now.
I saw Clark jump off the screen here and there. But, man, for that contract that he's got, I think he's like the 3rd highest paid defensive end or edge rusher in the league. He ain't worth it. He's solid, though. I'm not taking anything away from him being just a solid player.
But at the time when they were paying him as well, it's coming off of playoff performance, coming off of Super Bowl, it's coming off of all of those things. It wasn't like a regular all season. You just paying him to pay him. Everything kind of went into that thing together, man.
Yeah, you're happy spending.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know how that go. And when you win, everybody get a check.
Yeah.
All right. D-line. Oh, this should be. Ooh, is this an easy one? Ooh. Interesting.
Man, Wormley's been playing good, though.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have Cam. I'll take him over Chris Jones.
The question is, how big is that gap between Cam and Chris Jones?
Not as big as some of the other guys we talked about whenever we're comparing defensive lines. Wormley, we saw Loudermilk play pretty good last week. I'm doing my whole thing. I'm just going to name every defensive lineman we got. And like the one good play that they had.
Oh, so here he goes.
Yeah, they do good again this week, and I'm going to give us the edge.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. When I look back on last week, what defensive line played better, ours or theirs?
I think theirs did.
I think they did.
Yes.
Najee ran into a brick wall every time.
Yeah.
And they got pressure. I mean, some of it was Bud Dupree, so you consider him an edge rusher. Right. But, I mean, Simmons even, too.
Yeah, I'm leaning them.
Ooh.
And also, I ain't gonna lie, it's not all on our D line, but I'm still having 200 on the ground nightmares. It's happened too many times in the recent history, like short term 3-week span. So when we get that, it could be 199. If it's 199, I'll pick our D line next week.
There's no shot that's happening this week.
It's
got to be under 100.
I would hope so. But I don't think any of us thought that the Titans minus Derrick Henry would have over 200 yards rushing on the ground.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been surprised if they got over 100 just because of how many times they were going to run the ball.
But 200, that's different. Minnesota, Dalvin Cook could have had
first half.
Dalvin Cook could have had 130 for the game. It would have been like, okay, that was a lot, but it's understandable. We're not tripping. You can't have another 200 on the ground like that.
The first half.
This is.
Don't forget that. Now they stuffed them in the second half.
They did.
Geez.
They did. So for me, I'm gonna go with their D line because of that part right there. Alrighty.
Corners.
How you feeling? I ain't gonna lie, I like us. It's
Ooh.
weird. I like us.
I like their corners though too. They've been playing pretty good this year.
They have been.
Ward,
like
Snead, even Fenton.
Yeah.
Hughes. Just a depth piece. Piece.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to hear your case because I was actually probably going to lean them.
Yeah, so for me, Joe Hayden, obviously, I just love his play. Not necessarily everything at this stage of it, but as a whole, man.
You think he's the best out of all these guys?
I don't know if he's necessarily the best. I do think he's the most well-rounded, though. Like, in terms of, like, the coverage, the physicality, the smarts, the veteran savvy, not panicking, ball skills. Like, he does all of that stuff. So I do like that a lot about him. But now, am I falling for the recency trap with Akello? That's the thing I have to worry about.
I want to.
I am viewing him highly in my mind, and part of that could be a little bit of an overreaction.
You're coming around to it.
No, maybe I'm overreacting to it. You catch me in a moment.
No.
The combo between you and TG had me excited. I got plans later tonight. I'm hype about as well. So maybe that's what it is, bro. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Please pick our corners. You'll get me amped up. I think I'm gonna lean them though. I think I am going to lean them. Their top three guys are pretty good.
I'm trying to talk Cam Sutton into it. I'm trying.
If they're all healthy, they're all listed as out right now, though, with COVID.
Obviously, yeah. But like you said, we are. I can't. All right, I want to do us, but I can't. So, yes, it is the Chiefs, but I would really love for it to be us. I would.
Listen, I think we're in the conversation. The only question, like, I could see us outplaying them for sure.
I can too. That's my thing. Is like,
if Akello keeps it up, there's a legitimate case for us.
But
I would lean us if he keeps doing this.
But at the same time, I could also see us having a nightmare because Tyreek Hill. They don't have to guard a Tyreek Hill. We don't have that on our offense, whereas they do. And I don't think any of our guys match up well with that.
Deontay could cook these guys though.
Can cook them, sure, but cooking them Deontay way versus cooking them Tyreek way.
Oh,
two different ways of cooking.
Deontay is slants.
Yeah,
so maybe a nice
it's like
corner
a slow
route.
burn. Yeah, one's a slow burn, one's a headshot. Yeah.
Safeties.
Now this is interesting.
I'm going us.
And why are you so confident about us in this one?
Coming off the best game of the season for our safeties.
You sure? I don't think everybody agreed with you though, man.
No way. Who doesn't agree with that?
I don't think everybody agreed that it was the best game, man.
For our safeties?
Yeah, some people's doubting it.
Dude, Edmonds balled out. Minka, obviously, with all the tackles. And Minka's been playing good all year. Don't listen to the pro football fakes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going with us. Now, Matthew, obviously good. I'm taking Minka over him, though. Thornhill, Edmonds. I'll lean Edmonds as well. I think it's close. Thornhill's fine. He's a good player. Do we want to throw Sorensen in for them, too?
He is
a
their
depth
third
piece?
guy. He does. I mean, he plays a lot for him, though. Because they use three safeties. They're going to use three safeties.
Plays like
we
50%.
don't play three safeties like that. They play three safeties. So you do throw them in there.
I'm going us.
Ooh, man. All right. I'll go us because I don't like Sorensen.
Okay. Works for me. He's too much of a negative for that.
Yes. I'm just not a fan of his game at all, bro. I feel like he is highly overrated, and he just has benefited largely because it's a very timely turnover. I'm just not a fan of his game, bro. Yeah. So that's that.
You're actually on the same page with PFF there because I think they have him rated terribly.
Oh wow. Okay. I did not know that, man.
But they have Minka rated bad too, which is an atrocity. Yeah. Offense. What do you want to go to?
Let's go O-line. Let's start with the O-line first, man. You know,
I'm gonna lean them, even though they do have some definite flaws, especially at tackle. And we already talked all about that.
The interior part of the
interior
O-line
was
like really
Creed
good,
Humphrey
man.
and Tooney. Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah. But I'll lean them just because.
You know what we're gonna have to hear too. I was thinking about this.
We're not good. Our offensive line is not good.
How many times you think people are gonna mention, whether it's during the game, whether it's the broadcast, social media, look at Creed Humphrey, man? If we would have just drafted Creed
from Steelers people,
yes, bro. Oh my, and then my rebuttal is, so would you rather have Creed Humphrey and no Najee Harris? You know what I mean? Because that is,
I think it was Creed or
Muth, right? It'd be Creed. Would you rather have Creed or Patrick or Pat Frymouth? Like, you can't have them both ways because just where both of those guys went. But man, that is an interesting one, though.
I think we did well in the draft. Now, I probably was wrong just from the standpoint of like, hey, yeah, we could fix this O-line. Just bring in younger guys, draft Najee and Frymouth first two as opposed to addressing the offensive line. I thought we'd be fine.
Would you have made the switch
because of the youth movement?
Hindsight 2020. Would you make that switch now in terms of Creed Humphrey versus Pat Frymouth?
Oh, I think that actually could be a pretty decent impact for our offensive line there.
You know, I think I'm gonna make it. Should I make it poll?
That's actually a good poll.
I do think it is. Yeah.
Poll. I'm just imagining him. I mean, we haven't utilized Frymouth to the extent that we would have liked. So right now we'd be sitting with Ebron being out, no Muth. Now Muth might even be out this game because of the concussion. So Gentry as like our guy, it'd be Gentry, but then we'd have Creed Humphrey as our center. Let's say Dotson's back this week. Creed Humphrey, Dotson.
Man, I hope I spelled Pat's last name right, man. I was over here rushing.
It's two E's, E-I-E-R, and then Muth. But you're fine. I think we all get the gist. You could just you could even toss out like Fryer as in like a monk.
Nope. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just go to his nickname. Move.
There you go. It's actually a tough one.
It is, man. But yeah,
because I do think, I mean, Creed Humphrey, a lot of people consider him the best rookie this season.
Seriously, yeah. I just put it up in the chat. I put a poll up in there. If
we don't got to worry about snaps.
Yeah, just hindsight 2020. If you can go back and redo that second round again, would you have rather drafted Creed Humphrey, who's the starting center for the Kansas City Chiefs, playing extremely well? Or would you have continued to stay and go with tight end Pat Frymouth?
I think I'd rather have Pat long term, but just for this season, I think Creed would have been the upgrade. So now that's the question. What do you do? What do you weigh with that?
Yeah.
Damn.
Because that is your dude too, man. When you talk about, I mean, not your dude. Like, we both love Pat, but in the sense of Creed helps out your guy in terms of seven, right?
I think immediately this year. But I mean, we do see some of those comeback catches from Pat this year. I don't think we win some of those games without him.
But just think,
maybe Ben's not as much under duress with Creed, and
if Creed
Najee's
is playing like that as a rookie,
running.
Imagine his second year jump. Whereas with Green, his second year jump, does it just get to where Creed is, or does it even get to that? Oh, you said he's benched. That means
I mean, I'm ready for it right now. I'm ready to put JC in.
Right.
For this, yeah, dude, I don't know. Maybe. But here's my thing, though.
Okay.
I'm not going to be one of those guys that say, oh, man, if only we drafted Creed Humphrey. No, because Pat's is still a really good pick.
He's a dog,
like, we hit on those first two picks.
We did.
Because a lot of times in the draft, it is throwing darts at a dartboard. We hit on them.
I think we hit on them. I just think that we targeted the wrong positions, if that makes sense. Like, we got
It felt
studs.
like we were really set on those two players. Because as soon as those picks came up, boom.
Bro, they ain't wasting no time, right?
No time.
We got studs with our picks, but in terms of what we probably needed, it doesn't really, it's not as smooth as we would have liked it to be, or as good as we felt on draft night, all things considered.
Yeah, because then do you draft a tight end in the third or fourth round? And who is it? Who is it? Like Brevin Jordan, Trey McKitty, Tommy Tremble. They would have been one of those guys probably. I think Tremble went third round.
He did.
So we would have had to take him the
which
next
was crazy because I remember all the mocks, they had him going like late in the mocks.
Yeah, third or fourth. So that could have been it. I don't know where he went in the third, but we could have done Creed Humphrey second, Tommy Tremble third then. If you're telling me that, damn, yeah. I don't know what he's doing down in Carolina. I saw some good plays he was making earlier on in the season. That could have been nice. Yeah. Especially with him being like a blocking tight end. We could have even like had him at fullback a little bit.
Yeah.
I think, I think you lean that way.
Yeah, they were talking about KG's run blocking style. I just recently saw somebody compare it to a bowling pin. I'm assuming because they get.
I said a
lot.
matador.
You said a matador. Yeah, y'all get creative at times when y'all talk about bad play at times. I just like how y'all just, it's kind of like this. And then because I like the ball, I'm like, hey, I can see that. Just like every time, oh man. And then a minute, I'm like, I just like matadors. Like I can, Ben, you got him? You got him? You sure? All right.
Trey Turner, dude.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe that last game. Unless the dude just fly by him and just sees Ben get knocked down.
Funny thing, though, I went back and watched that play.
What happened?
Did you watch what happened to his center that was next to him in terms of Kendrick Green?
No.
So, obviously, Turner is getting beat. Kendrick's getting folded. I'm talking. Come here. What my name is. Pay your taxes on time. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it looks like you were right about Pouncey too. Maybe Ben should have convinced Pouncey a little bit harder to come back.
Hey man, don't worry, man. We got a new 53. It's all good, bro.
I was amped.
Yeah, it's all good.
A lot of us were.
All good. All good.
What's next?
All right. Next we gotta go
tight end.
Let's go tight ends first.
Oh, that's easy. We can skip this one. Kelsey. Obviously, Chiefs.
1000% Travis Kelsey. And he's coming off of a stupid game. Absolutely. Wide receivers.
This one's an interesting one.
Wow. Let me hear how interesting it is then, man. Let's do talk. Yes. Who are you taking over Tyreek Hill? I think you like Deontay over Tyreek because you mentioned him a couple times.
I'm not taking him over Tyreek, but, you talk about the difference. Here's the problem. As a weapon, Tyreek Hill and what he does for the defenses in terms of mismatches and stuff.
Like, he might.
It's different because the numbers are similar.
Weapon than him in the NFL right now.
On offense?
A weapon, yeah. Because, like, Derrick Henry to me was like a crazy weapon like that. Even though they didn't use him as exotically, it was just, he is going to get his.
Yeah, Derrick Henry's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all the people that are talking about Jonathan Taylor right now, if Derrick Henry was still healthy.
It's no one's talking about him if Henry's out there.
No, because I think a large part of that's with the Colts line. Now, he's really good. He's 100% really good. The best running back left in the game without Derrick Henry. But
over Najee too, huh?
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
He's nice, on one right now.
He's nice.
No, the reasoning is, like, Deontay and Tyreek, like, their stats aren't that far off. Now, impact in terms of just simply lining up and what it does to a defense, I get Tyreek Hill is a level above Deontay like that. But then their next receivers, Byron Pringle, Cole Hardman, Demarcus Robinson. Now it's Claypool then. That's what I mean. It's Claypool because are we really going to say...
it's only one of those guys we're comparing Chase to. We can't compare him to both of them.
That's really it because James Washington we're not featuring enough.
Yeah.
He's still making good plays when he gets the ball here and there outside of that fumble.
How you feel about Demarcus Robinson?
Nah, I don't... I mean, it's Hardman. Hardman's the guy. I mean, Pringle... Actually, if anything, I think Pringle's having the better season for the third guy out of him, Robinson, and obviously Josh Gordon.
Yeah.
Man, you might be right. You might have to just slightly lean them. I'm saying slightly.
Yeah, I'm leaning there. I think their receiving group is pretty fire.
It's mainly Tyreek Hill, but
he's a big. I mean, it's kind of like when we used to have AB. It's like, well, we got
it could be AB and Marcus Wheaton. It didn't even matter.
It was AB. It don't matter. Yeah, and with Tyreek, it's just like, it's Tyreek Hill. I mean, the other guys are others. They're guys, but when you compare those guys with an elite player like Tyreek, it just changes a lot for me, man.
I'll slightly lean them. You ask me tomorrow, I might say Steelers.
I like your style. RBs.
I'm going Najee. I think he's a better running back than
Najee over Clyde.
Yeah, if he's in the Chiefs system, I think he does better.
I don't know how.
Depends.
I think they use him the same way.
He's a speed back too.
Yeah. I think that he fits. Clyde fits their offense better because of the speed.
You're right. Because Najee's more volume with how we're using him.
And could you imagine Kansas City handing the ball off to Najee 20 plus 30 times?
They could
just feed him. They could, but I don't think they would. Now when you got Mahomes,
I think he's better though. I do think he's better than Clyde.
No, I like Najee better. I do. I just think that. Honestly, I think both of them fit their teams perfectly. Like Clyde, I don't think he's as effective with us, with his stature being a small guy. Obviously, you see how many times Najee is dragging, running through multiple defenders just to get 3 yards. Clyde, it's like sheer size wise, he can't do those type of things. Obviously, he has more burst, but that's the give and take of those two guys. But yeah, for me, man, I go Najee in this one.
Although
he probably had a better matchup though.
What I'm gonna say is they actually used their second guy with Williams too. Do we got to throw him in there with Hilaire combo? But that doesn't really turn the needle.
Yeah, in Kansas City, if they were a team that tried to like legitimately run the ball more, I think it's different. They don't do that though.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so I'm taking us.
They've had success at it this year though. What's next? The score predictions? No, I'm ready for this one. I'm ready for this one.
Quarterback, let me hear it, Deke. Let me have it. Break down why Ben Roethlisberger is the quarterback to take in this matchup versus Patrick Mahomes.
Listen.
I cannot wait to hear. Actually, I can't wait, but you know what? Go for it. Let's just hear it.
All the people in the comments, keep that same energy. Keep that same energy because I already know what comments are coming right now.
What are the comments that are coming, man? What comments you think they're going to say? What could they be saying?
I'm not even going to read them. I'm not even going to read them. I don't even care.
Man.
I don't care what they have to say, to be honest with you. But keep that same energy.
Mm-hmm.
Because when Big Ben takes down the Kansas City Chiefs, leads the Steelers to victory, and outplays Patrick Mahomes in this game, keep that same energy because that's exactly what's going to happen. If you want to talk about for the season, Mahomes turning the ball over a little too much. Ben's been keeping it clean. And we look at Mahomes' system that he's got around him. We talked about the receivers. Better than the Steelers. We talked about their offensive line. Better than the Steelers. Travis Kelce, best tight end in the league. You give Ben that, he's doing the same exact thing. He's doing, if not better. If not better. So, Ben Roethlisberger, outplaying Mahomes. Steelers go on this 4-0 run that we were talking about, going back to last week. And yeah, I'm just telling the commenters, the haters, the doubters, and of course, the fake fans, keep that same energy. When Ben takes down Kansas City and outplays Mahomes this week. I'm telling you that right now.
I like it. Yeah, I don't have an issue. Steelers taking down the Chiefs. I would love that. I think one of those parts of your statement could be very, very true. The part where you lost me was when you said that Ben would outplay Mahomes as well. Because I think he has the better matchup versus our defense than Ben has against their defense, from my perspective. But I do like it. I like your confidence in 7. I do. It means a lot. I'm sure he feels every time you say that. Like it gets him going. I'm sure it gets him going, man. I'm sure.
Nah, he's focused on prayer. Man. I think he's locked in. He's reading books. He might even be doing the LeBron James method.
Well, I've been seeing everybody say thank you 7 when you started talking, so I figured that
What's this?
You don't know
is this a new mantra or something? What's going on here?
What TG say? Play the video. Thank you 7 for all you've done, right? Thank you 7.
People picked up on that.
So thank you 7. I appreciate everything that you've done this season as well, man. I wish you everything you've done this season, but unfortunately, I cannot take you in this matchup. Okay, I do think you will play well. I do think he's gonna play well. I just don't think. In 2021, he's in the same conversation as Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes can do everything that you need to have done. He passes every test. You talk about the talent that's around him. I look at the talent that's not around him as well and the things that he does to elevate those guys as well. And I also think that when I watch how he gets the ball to those elite receivers, right? It's not always an easy situation because with elite receivers comes double coverage, sometimes triple coverage when you're talking about certain players out there. And he still has to find ways to handle that. But at the end of the day, it's Patrick Mahomes. And since he's come in the league, you're hard pressed to find a quarterback that's better than him or been consistently better than him throughout his duration as a starting quarterback. So you want recency, you want big time, you want clutch moments, you want individual accolades, you want hardware on your fingers, you want multiple appearances in the past couple of years, whatever you want to slice up, because I know you got all this criteria to make
I made
your
my case.
guy.
I already made my case. I don't need to say anything else.
Yeah, but for me, without a doubt, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, Mahomes is a good player.
But I like it though. I like it. He's just a good player. He's all right. Yeah, sometimes you say average for real. All right.
Well, all those clowns that were ripping on him early in the season. I mean, because I even came in here and I defended him. Like, dude, if you're writing off Mahomes or thinking he's the problem on this Chiefs offense, you're out of your fucking mind.
But technically, he was the problem with his turnovers, though. Don't
There was
act
some
like he
drops.
was. But he was also. I was seeing him hitting some people, doing some dumb throws, throwing it. Let me spin this way, run this way, and then just chuck it in the middle of the field.
But here's always the conversations with that type of stuff. It just can't be he's having a bad game. It's like, oh, did they figure out Mahomes? Is he washed or something? That's always where it goes.
That's national media. They do that.
That's always where it
thing,
goes,
yes.
and that's why I'm just like, anyone that's entertaining this shit, like, you don't know what you're talking about.
But that's national people. They do that. We don't feel like that. We ain't never checked. We ain't second guess that dude over there. We said his decision making was a little piss poor. And we said I thought a lot of it was from just overconfidence because he's gotten away with some of that stuff in his career early on. But yeah. To think that Mahomes was the reason, not the only reason. Like I said, played a part.
No, their line wasn't playing good.
Yeah,
there were weird things with their receivers. I don't think they were getting up. It was all that stuff that we talked about even here in Pittsburgh, and that's what I was bringing up those comments. Remember, I was trying to make the comparison and how some of these fake fans in Pittsburgh just go off the rocker, pissing me off. But anyway,
I like it.
Score predictions.
Yes, but we did have unfinished business. I did have that chat. It was up. The
it's
poll.
3 o'clock.
I had the poll up. 13 minutes. 77%.
What's this? Creed.
Would you rather have take Pat Freiermuth or Creed Humphrey? If you could go back and do the draft again, just that second round, because both of those guys were available. 77% said they would still take Pat Freiermuth.
I like that.
You can live with that. I like it.
Yeah, like I said, it's a good pick. We hit on those picks. Those are really good players. I'm just thinking of our center position. Like, if Green was a little bit better, it's a different story.
Yeah, changes a lot.
But, man, I mean, to go from probably one of the best rookies this year playing the center position to what we have going on right now, I mean, that would be really impactful, I think.
It would be.
Open up holes for Najee. We would maybe have to focus less on the thought of, we got to get the tight end the ball more.
Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, so score prediction time, baby. Score prediction time. I'm going to let you go first because I know you got something good for us.
Well, mine's easy. We're back. It was redemption time last week. We're going ahead with it. Full force.
Let's hear it.
No doubt in my mind. We're sticking with the score. 27-13.
Chiefs?
No.
Oh, just checking. All right.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay. All right.
We take them down. Late Christmas present for everyone in Pittsburgh. And we keep it going. We keep it going. We talked about 4 in a row, and this is the one where we get it done. When I mentioned the whole quarterback comparison stuff, I think Ben plays good. Now, this will be interesting. Can we get something from Najee? Can we get something from the line where we could block, make some holes? Because that could be a difference maker. That could be the difference between how we looked in the Browns game, going back. Didn't he have a good Seattle game? There was a stretch, Seattle, Browns, Bears, where Najee was getting like over 80 yards, 90 yards.
He got to get back to that, definitely.
He's got to, but I think that's more on the line. Can the line do something? Could they move some people back? Please. Dotson, we need you. TJ Watt, make your case for Defensive Player of the Year on this one. Let's get some pressure on Mahomes, which I think will happen. I definitely do. It seemed like the defensive line, just the front seven as a whole, took a step in the right direction last week. And with how the Chiefs play offense, I think we'll be able to stop them. I'm not seeing anything over 100 yards for them on the ground. Keller Witherspoon, locked down. I'm not saying any nicknames, but he's going to be locked down. We got Joe Hayden, Cam Sutton, the combination of the secondary.
Calling a turnover again this week?
Yeah, we're gonna get multiple. I don't know how it comes. Is it TJ strip sack? Is it a pick or two where they drop it, tip pass, something like that? We're going to get at least 2 turnovers, though.
Okay.
Yeah. 27-13, that's the score.
I like it. All right, Jacob Malicio says 28-31. Steelers, he says it's a trap game for the Chiefs. Bat 300 has it 27-19 for the Steelers. Well, they have won 7 in a row.
Bro, but they need to win. Like,
they do, though.
They actually need to win out. They got a tough schedule because they got Bengals. They got another tough team. I forget who it is.
Now, Dawson Frazier, he's not as confident. He says Steelers could be down 30 at the half. Pro Pack says 27-24 Steelers. NSMC99 was just hyped that you brought the 27-13 back. Winners has it 31-21 Chiefs. Woo. Marvy G has the Steelers winning 24-21. Doug Rybuck 27-24 Steelers.
Stan Clare 28-24 Steelers says another cardiac event.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Mike Matizik has it 28-27 Steelers. Okay. All right.
Mr. Pitt Steelers for life says classic Ben game. Steelers get it done 28-23.
I like it. Was it Josh Blanchett? Has it 31-30 Steelers. All right.
Leo Warren. All depends if we decide to play in the first half.
I like it. All right.
What do we got?
It's on me because I do, like I said, I have big time stuff later today I got to get to, okay? So I cannot continue. All right. But for me, man, I think it's going to be a fun game. Interesting game. And I'm saying this under the premise that the game is moved. And
Whoa.
everybody is available. Okay? I think that it gets moved and everybody is available. Everybody available. Full gamut, both teams. I'm talking COVID available. Not guys that are just injured, but COVID available. Everybody back out there, right? I do think that they win this one. I think they get it 28-24. I think it's a very interesting game. I don't think it's a blowout like people are making it. I think they have the lead, but I think we stay in fighting distance like the whole game. I just think down the stretch, we falter. I mean, we talk about some of the holes that we have, and we know how that can be exploited sometimes versus an elite quarterback as well, which Mahomes is. We haven't really seen an elite guy like that. You know, when you're talking about some of these games, your Kirk Cousins, your Tannehills, they're good guys. They're more streaky than elite, though. We know what Mahomes can do. We know he's an elite quarterback, and he capitalizes on mistakes. So that's why I think if everybody is playing, I'm talking your Tyreek Hills, your Travis Kelce's 28-24, 28-24 Chiefs. Now, if the game is played on Sunday, as it currently is stated, with them having no Hill, no Kelce, no Bolton, no Chris Jones.
Now, Ward might not play.
You know what I'm saying?
Like he might not be able to test test negative just because he has symptoms.
That's what I'm saying. But like, if those guys aren't playing, the Steelers should definitely win. Even with Mahomes, they still should definitely win. I think it's I think it's closer, but I think the Steelers get it done 24-17. So if the game is played
Steelers
this
score
Sunday,
24 no matter what.
Yeah, I think they're going to, because I don't think their defense is like that. But at the same time, I know how we play on offense, and I don't think it matters what the Chiefs do. I just know we're inconsistent. We're going to have moments where we're going to be scratching our head like, bro, why aren't we taking off and dominating these guys? And it's going to be parts in the game where we're like, oh, we're dominating these guys. Because I don't think they're like that, honestly. I think they're more opportunistic than good. You know what I mean? Like, I think they make timely turnovers versus play in and play out just being a good defense. Like, I think we're going to be able to move the ball on them. But like I said, it's largely hinges on what Mahomes has in that cupboard on offense. You start talking Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce out there, we start having big time problems. You take those two guys off the field, it changes drastically. And they obviously still, I mean, the right tackle, I want to say, no, or the left tackle, Orlando. Yeah, he's on, no, it was the right tackle.
Is he COVID?
The right
Niang,
tackle,
right?
Yeah, Niang, he's the one that's on COVID. Yeah, I knew it was one of them.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if the game is this weekend, if it's on Sunday, we take care of business. We get it done 24-17. If they move the game and everybody's available because of the COVID stuff, then they'll get it done 28-24.
That's the weird thing, though. It could be this weekend, and they could be getting some players back, but other players not back.
Yeah.
Like, they could get Hill back, but not Kelce.
Yeah, it's craziest thing.
They could get Bolton back, but not one of their corners. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully it's Sunday.
Even the kicker, Harrison Buckley, he's on the COVID list.
You're right.
So it's just like, it's all over the place with that thing, man.
You're right.
All right.
Is that all we got before we
head
to Christmas break here?
We got a couple. I'll read these off real quick. The analyzer just came through at the end, says, thank you, 7. Man. Thank you, 7, bro.
Man.
That's the thing. Play the Will there be a tribute video played Monday night?
There better not be.
Will there be a tribute? If they play it, I'm going to lose
I'll be disgusted.
I will lose it. TG caught it.
If Ben has a good performance on Monday night, I'll be smoking the video producer pack that night. Whoever makes that, jeez,
yo, it would be hilarious, man. All right, we got Drexler Singer. He says Muth in terms of what we'd rather have, Pat Frymuth or Creed Humphrey. And he says, good afternoon, fellas. Good afternoon to you as well. And then the last one also is Drexler Singler spinning the block again. He says, we rolling with Deke this week. In terms of the score predictions, turns again that dub. So I like it, baby. I like it.
27-13. Lead us to the playoffs, baby.
Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Oh, all right, though. This was good, man. It's fun.
Well, I do have a ruling because we didn't get to our picks, but I do have a ruling from last week.
Yes, let's talk about that.
We did Washington Eagles.
Yes.
And we also did Broncos Bengals.
Correct.
I did Broncos, so I lost that one.
Right.
Now, with Washington Eagles, you took Washington, I took Eagles.
Right. And
I don't think we had all the information at the time.
Well, I don't think Heineke wasn't out at the time either.
I can't even remember.
He wasn't out. They ruled him out. It was like the date, was it 2 days before the game?
But yeah,
right before
Heineke
it was like right before they moved it, because that's when they brought in the that Gilbert dude or whatever.
Heineke didn't play.
Yeah.
So I'm not counting that as a win for me. It's the right thing to do.
It is.
So I went 0-1 last week.
It is.
No picks this week, but if anything, that helps me, right?
No, it does. It does, because we're cutting on, and I know that's why you smile.
Well, here's the thing too. I guess we'll do playoffs. So
we got time, baby.
There is time.
We got time.
There's time, but you cut it down to a 5-game difference.
Yeah,
now.
slowly but surely.
You're right though. If you could just pick the games here and there, you get to 0-2, 0-1, whatever it is.
That
adds up.
All in is a chance. I might catch you super wild card.
Well,
weekend.
wait, does this count?
What you mean?
Steelers Chiefs.
Yes, it counts.
This one counts then. All right, so this is our one game this week.
Right, because the other weeks we picked like the same with the Steelers. This one I got the Chiefs. I mean, I definitely got the Chiefs. If the game is played, no, I said that backwards. The only way it would count is if the game is moved. Because if the game is played this weekend, I got the Steelers.
Well, we'll see. But what if like Kelsey and Hill are available on Sunday? Like we could text about it or something.
Yeah, we'll play it by ear.
Yeah.
We'll see. Because right now, I'm starting to have my nervousness that they're gonna move that game, bro.
Really?
I do. I just think they will.
I hope not.
I hope not too.
Yeah, because Ben's good. He already got it.
Yeah,
do they even test him anymore?
You know, NFL they operate differently. I don't want to,
because we're good. Well, he's the main guy. Who has had COVID with us? I guess Bush now. But Claypool hasn't.
Receivers.
The TJ did, so he's good.
Yeah,
right.
TJ did. No Deontay.
TJ shouldn't be getting it again.
No Cam Hayward though. No Minka had it. Yeah, Minka had it. Joe Hayden.
Nah, he was just ankle, right?
Yeah.
Foot.
All right, so we're not completely bulletproof just yet. But anywho, hope everybody enjoys their holidays, man. Enjoy your Christmas. Spend it with people that you like or people that you don't like. You know, but
that you have to.
That you have to. But either way, just enjoy your holidays, man. I can't say Christmas because not everybody, is celebrating Christmas. I do understand that. So enjoy your holidays. And Chris B, you came in right before I was about to sign off. So shout out to Chris B. He says, shout out to my alma mater, UCF, beat the Florida Gators tomorrow night. Okay, so we'll be watching that as well then. Chris B, don't you have me watching UCF get blown out by Florida now? If that's the case, I will come up here and talk bad about you. I will do that. You know me.
I like the college support in the chats because we all come together under the Steelers, but then everyone's got their own
it gets
squads
real.
And stuff. Yeah,
it definitely gets real. I like it a lot, man. But yeah, happy holidays, man. Enjoy yourselves. Remember, once again, we got the promo code Moats. Get 15% off of all your merchandise on the Teespring site for any of the podcast stuff. Absolutely great present along with the book, man. Most of your life makes great presents. Great. I forgot to get you something on Christmas, so here you have it after the fact. Presents as well. So with that being said, though, man, enjoy your holidays. And until next time, baby.
Peace.
Let's go.